This is where the camera is. Okay, so I gotta do my clap. Salutations and shit. I don't ever know where to look now because I'm looking at the video here, but I know the camera's here. I'm always gonna look at the video because you've said not to. So I'm just gonna stare at you.
No, turn the video towards me.
No, this is what I want to make. Oh, true.
Oh my Lord.
Salutations and shit, y'all. Technical stuffs. It's a full house in the studio today. And if you want to know what that looks like, hello, there's a YouTube page. So not only can you listen to travel and shit. First of all, my name is D. Carey. I'm your host and stuff. Travel and shit is your new favorite travel podcast where we have more of a experiential discussion on what can be experienced, learned, and taken away from travel. And you're listening on whatever digital streaming platform you so choose. Appreciate it, fam. But you can also watch Le Podcast on the YouTubes. So just search Travel and Shit on YouTube, Rocket Science. It's there and whatnot. I load. Oh, because you can see where I'm going, right? So, yeah, it's on YouTube now. I had a couple of requests, like 2. And so that's a big deal to me because people are like, where can I watch it? So appreciate y'all too. But we're here. I got a guest today. Very excited about that. This one I've been wanting to do for a while. So, hi, best friend. Let's start there because I know that I'm going to hear about it if I don't. Courtney, love you, girl. Appreciate you. So, Courtney and I have always been friends. We've never not been friends. Her sister.
Hey, y'all.
That's Shadeé. Hi, Shadeé.
Thank you.
And Jess.
Hey.
Shadeé, best friend. Welcome to Travel and Shit. These beautiful ladies. And okay hair. Okay?
Yes.
Okay hair.
Yes.
So, tell the people what you do. Go with the shits. Go. Oh, sorry. Hold on. Housekeeping. Sorry for screaming also. Just remembered. Please check out my IGTV, Travel and Shit _ I have done, I'm going to say, a really great project. I had an incredible time working with my camera person, Hydea, along with numerous black businesses, worked with different black people of color and, what do you call them, just independent artists, musicians, to put together a really, really dope 6-part series, 6-piece, and carry-on. And it is there for your consumption for those of you lovely people who have been asking me how I do this, what I use for that, etc., etc. I've given you a visual to answer that question. So, Travel and Shit, use the I, not the exclamation mark. And there's an underscore at the end, or you can go to _DCarry, or you can just go to dcarry.com. Or actually, I should have said it also, travelandshitpodcast.com. Either or. They all go to the same site. So, back to said introduction. Ladies, it's on you. Go for it.
All right. So I'm Shadeé. Both of us actually are flight attendants for JetBlue, your favorite airline.
Mm-hmm. I love JetBlue because they don't stop you with the popcorners. How many? 2, please.
Just keep going.
2, please. Thank you. Next time around, 2, please. Thank you. Like, I mean, and then if you're not, you're like, you do the little. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? Get as many. Them shits is delicious. And then I remember, never forget. I think I was in the juniors, where I saw them shits actually being advertised. I'm like, oh, it's not just a JetBlue
I know.
snack. I thought that it was just JetBlue for like a long time, but
Not gonna lie, so did I. Until I started working.
they're fucking delicious. So JetBlue, yes, gotta say, probably my favorite airline. So
Thank you.
oh, thank y'all.
Thank you.
I don't do like hold pause on. I'm going this way. No, I'm talking about just like for the talking.
And just go to it. Bring the mic to you.
That's fine. I didn't know what you were seeing because remember I can't see the screen no more. So you keep doing that twist of the hand, and I'm like flicking the wrist. I don't know where to go, bro.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about just grab the mic.
Oh, so that's what she said. But I don't want to. I can't talk to them behind me. So hey guys, what's going on?
That's why he said.
But I want to see them when I'm talking to them. So this is fine. Everything's cool. All right. Schedule program. Okay. We good. We back on schedule, yeah. So how long have you been working with JetBlue? How long have you been there?
We were actually in the same class. Me and Jess, we
Aw.
started. I know.
That's so cute.
We did our emergency operations together before we could
What is
graduate.
that?
So basically, they throw
Three, bro.
emergency procedures at you. You don't know it until you get on the simulator.
Oh, my
And
mom told me about that.
yeah.
Okay.
What?
My mother used to be a flight attendant.
Oh,
Yes.
snap.
Stop.
She was a flight attendant.
That explains so much.
Uh-huh.
So much. That was my kindergarten
People
teacher, bro.
people express. My
My
mother taught all the
kindergarten
hood.
teacher.
My mother taught all the
My
hood.
my tap, my jazz,
Ballet, tap, jazz, your
Jazz
choice. She did it
teacher.
all.
What?
Yeah, the girl.
Mad
Yeah.
skills.
All right.
Mhm. All right. Yeah. So 3 emergency.
Hi, Ma.
Hi, Mrs. Armstead. Hey, girl.
Hey, I don't know you, but hey.
Clean up my diapers, girl. Stop. Yeah, 3 emergency procedures. Don't know what they are until you get on the simulator. And yeah, me and her were partnered
Mm-hmm.
on our smaller E190 plane, and we rocked that.
Save lives and shit.
Yeah, we wholly
Niggas ain't
did.
die.
Know what I mean? Not my white deaf person. We had a white guy, deaf person. He was deaf.
Bro, we did.
We sure did.
Holy crap.
Moved him out the way and everything.
So 3 years.
3 years?
You said 3
almost
years?
3 years.
Almost
It'll be 3
3.
years
Yeah.
March.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2 days from tomorrow, because
Pretty
we're
much.
basically
Pretty
the
much.
end of the month. So what the fuck made you want to be a flight attendant?
I actually wanted to be.
I remember you did TSA as well.
Oh God, God, don't
leading
no
up
one
to this
hate
How
me.
long did you do TSA?
I left a month before it had been my 5th year.
Z,
Wow.
you was there a minute, shorty.
A minute of that. Yeah.
Yikes. Okay, so we're gonna loop back around to that at
Mhm.
some point. So
Mhm.
3 years in the sky.
3 years in the sky. I wanted to be a flight attendant since I was younger. I actually did when we had career day at St. Clement, our old elementary school.
Oh, that was the new shit, because we
Yeah,
ain't never got no
girl.
career
we
thing.
had a whole career day, and I actually came
What
as a
else?
flight attendant. But you know,
Oh, so like you guys had to what do you think?
suit up.
That's
How
cute.
you wanted to
But
be.
you guys were the career people.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
So I
Us.
thought you guys had people come in
Oh,
and
you
talk
thought St.
with you.
Clement had-
That's why I was saying that's some next level shit.
Oh,
We never.
no.
Okay, so you just had a creative teacher.
Yes.
One of the whites ones.
Yeah. Do you remember Mr. Kernahan?
I remember the name.
Okay.
Done.
I never had him.
He was
He
amazing.
was.
He was amazing.
I feel like my brother had him.
I
What are you
miss
guys?
him.
2 years apart? 3 years
1.
apart? That's it.
Like legit.
So you're
Brandon's
30
right
now?
behind me. Yes.
Oh, welcome.
Wow.
So I haven't seen her in like mad long also. So this is sorry y'all. Welcome to the you're
Catch
part of
up.
the family now. Okay, go. So 3 years flight attendant. You wanted to do it for a while. What about you? How long did you want to do flight attendant before or?
It was actually something that's been in the air for a while. My best friend's mom at the time kind of like pushed me for it because she
Mhm.
used to be a flight attendant. She also used to work at JFK in the uniform store. So
Okay.
she has connections all over the place. A lot of friends in JetBlue, and she was just like, "So you're gonna work here now,
Got it.
and you're not gonna."
Not gonna
That's
question
just
this.
it.
You got this. So
all right.
what was the beginning like for you? Because there's usually, I feel like with new jobs, you either like love it in the beginning, or it's just like you're so nervous and you're not sure how it felt. Like you're not sure, like, oh, do I like this? I don't know. Everything is, because sometimes when you encounter something new, it can be a little off-putting. Like new stuff, I don't know how you respond to new or to change. So what was like the beginning of it like, especially considering you guys grew up in like a post 9/11,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? Knowing now that that's a possibility.
Mm.
What was the beginning like for you? And then also I'm certain that there of course is like particular training, particular references to it in your whole training process. And did that kind of like,
Scare us away.
clearly not, because
No,
niggas is
clearly
here.
not.
They tried.
But like,
They
what was the
tried.
beginning of the experience like for you?
Being a flight attendant it's really exciting. I'm not gonna lie. Like the process is so long. There are groups on Facebook, I mean everywhere,
Facts.
where people are trying to become, it's such a hard industry to get into.
Quiet as it's kept, I applied to be a flight attendant at one point.
Where?
in a previous life. So peep though. I'm smart, but sometimes I don't do smart people things. I don't make smart people choices. So
Uh-huh.
I'm done.
all right now. You will not slander phone today. So I was a little more truthful, pray tell,
God.
than I should have been. And my silly ass, there was a questionnaire that asked, have you ever been like reprimanded for like at work or something like that? And the only thing I would ever get in trouble for was like, you know, niggas not being on time and shit.
Oh.
So
Dana,
the
you should have
whole
just got up and walked out.
like what? Right. That's what my father's response was. Like, what the fuck you put that for?
Oh my god.
And I was just like, well, I figured, you know, it's an airline, so they're gonna find out because, you know, like it's Homeland Security and they have access to all of your files, like your permanent record. I was so naive. And so it was one of those group interview things. So I went to probably one of like the hotels by the condo. I don't know where the fuck I was, but go to a little hotel and you got your little suit on. You're like, I'm fill this out, nice handwriting, all that shit. And then I was truthful about that, and they were like, thank you so much for applying.
Oh my god.
Take care.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Right.
And then I was just like, oh. And then I was talking to my dad or my parents, both, I don't know, and he was just, what the fuck is wrong with you? That.
Nah, girl.
Yeah.
If there's one thing you should embellish on, it is a flight attendant application. I mean,
Facts.
in an interview, just
They just
you a
care
whole new
about
person.
on time.
So what is the whole like process like? You said it took a long time. There are a bunch of Facebook groups.
I applied in October of 2016. We didn't go into training until March of 2017.
Okay, so
And
that's like a
one of
background
the
check thing that they do?
quicker application processes. It's background checks. It's written
Psych.
interviews, video interviews, phone interviews.
Seriously?
Seriously.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
And that's an industry standard, like across different
Pretty-
airlines
yeah,
and stuff?
Regionals, you can probably get in a little quicker. That's
What is
usually
that?
how people, so offline, so Delta, you have your legacies, which is Delta, United, and American, and sometimes they include Alaska.
Yep.
Then you have JetBlue, Southwest. We're not legacies, but we're not regionals. We're mainland. So
Now, when you say legacy and mainland, is that just the
so a legacy carrier
how long
has
it's been there?
I
How
forgot
long?
what exactly how long
They're
it's
just
been there.
older airlines.
Exactly.
Okay.
Mainland airlines, regionals work under mainland airlines. So you have like, what do you call it? American Eagle works under American Airlines.
Like those smaller kind of
Exactly, that takes
connecting
you
flight kind of things. Like I'm gonna
Exactly.
go in the state, so from like maybe Charlotte to someplace a little smaller that's big enough to have an airport, but not nobody going there.
There you go.
Got it.
There
Okay.
you go. That's much easier to get into. Their processes are usually quicker.
Okay.
But most mainland airlines, it's a process.
Now, can you transition? Say someone
Absolutely.
wanted to just go for the easier route, do a couple years, and then hi, big
And
time.
that's what most people do.
Okay. So what are is there like a perk or a benefit or something to working at either?
Much better benefits if you're at a mainland airline.
Okay. Such as?
Much better pay, flight benefits.
Usually important.
Yeah. You know what you become a flight attendant for. Much better trips. In a regional, you're going from, like our 190 is, like you said, Raleigh,
What's
New York.
190?
That's our small airplane, the E190. That one
Oh, the
holds
plane.
about 100 people. Yeah.
So there are certain, okay, wait, before we get, okay, so we're all over this. How was it in the beginning? What were your feelings?
Okay.
Let's finally answer that because
Excited.
we've tangented.
Super excited. I screamed my mother's head off when I got when I got my congratulations. And then it became the background check, which was stupid long.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that's when you know you're pretty much got there.
Okay.
Then training was a nervous. Oh
How
my
long is
God.
training?
Ours was only
A month.
a month and a half.
No, it was a month.
Month and 2 weeks.
Nah,
Yeah, it was.
it was a whole month.
We went in there March 8th. We didn't graduate till April 14th,
No, we were home.
All right.
Why do you remember that? I don't know dates for anything. One date.
When you remember how much stress you were in, it is
Touche.
extremely stressful.
So how soon after you finish do you fly?
4 days.
Yeah,
They put
only
you on the
give 4
schedule of
days.
4 days.
Oh.
You have enough time to move base if you have to.
Oh, so they choose a base for you per se, or
Pretty much.
they let
we
you?
had Boston and JFK as our option. We have 5 bases, but they only needed Boston and JFK. So the class got split
Okay, so you can get hired and then end up just going.
somewhere you didn't want. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, pick up
Yeah,
your
move your
kids
life.
if
Pick up your
something-
life.
Oh.
And that's why they stress it at the interviews, the face-to-face, which is pretty much your last interview.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Can you pick up and go if we tell
Yeah.
you this is your base and
'Cause you
we're
got
ready to
4
go?
days.
You have 4 days to get your life together, be there.
And
You
so
don't-
they'll accommodate for housing. Well, I'm
No.
sure they don't give you like a voucher for it. Okay.
That's the other thing. They stress.
That was a swift no.
Are you ready
So
to?
I'm gonna need you to have like 1,600 at least, or maybe like $5,000 just in the corner, so you
You
can get
need
you an
savings.
apartment. You can move and.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're crash pads too, so you don't have to.
Right. Okay.
Um,
It's like a little hotel, a little.
No.
So that what's a
This
crash
is
pad?
like someone's renting out their house. You have about maybe 6 people in a room with you.
like bunk beds.
So it's a
and-
house-
Bunk
Hostel.
beds. Yes. Exactly.
For flight attendants,
For flight
yeah.
attendants and pilots. And you could be co-ed or not. And
It's legit a hostel.
yep.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow.
I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Got it. So y'all lucked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, people commute. They sleep in the crew lounge when it's time for their flight. They take the flight home, sleep there for a few days, then come back.
But
sleep in
they're
the crew lounge.
generally along the east.
Oh no.
No.
We have people that
They
come
live
from
in Cali,
Spain
India. I'm
Yep.
like, what?
and commuting.
commute. I am
Commute.
intercontinental commuting.
Transatlantic commuting.
That's
yes.
some shit.
That's
Yeah.
dedication that I don't
For
have.
real.
Hmm.
Yep.
They
And
just
not
found
even
me.
okay. So about these perks. Talk to me.
Well, we have good perks. Pretty good perks. I mean,
Because you
not
guys
as
are in
well as
like the
Delta,
middle,
but
right? Because you're
Yeah.
not the
like
Eagle Frontier.
Yeah.
But we're not Delta.
And,
either.
But
we ain't them
Got
either.
got it.
But we do get good. We pretty much have benefits with almost every airline.
Mhm.
Domestic is free. Anywhere you want to go within the continental United States, Puerto Rico, and all that good stuff. International, depending on the airline, you either have low, medium, or high fare. So they'll charge a base fare, maybe on the low side it'll be like $59, and then you just pay the taxes of whatever country.
Yep.
Okay.
For instance, like I went to Barbados, it was like $1 going and like $100 coming back.
When I went to Thailand, it was about probably like 300 and something round trip for us to go to Thailand and back. So there's that.
There's that on that. Okay, so what do either of you? I mean, you remembered March 8th, so I'm assuming you remember your first flight.
Oh, God.
Were you guys on the same flight?
No.
Oh. What was your
She
first
was a
flight
ghost.
like?
I didn't even see
Yeah,
her for
I'm
like
a whole
a year
ninja.
in after.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
There's
Where
so
did you
many of
end up?
us.
Did you end up staying in New York?
Yeah.
Okay. And how many were in your class?
Like 30.
Oh, that's a
Five.
whole
We
lot.
We started out with 36, actually.
Oh, you're right.
We graduated with 32.
Two?
How do you fuck up in 4 weeks? What can you do wrong?
honey.
That's-
You don't
Okay,
get
so
many
what
chances.
is what is like the process like? So I'm on a plane and I'm thinking, yo, this broad is dense, or she's totally aloof, or you're thinking one thing about your flight attendant. Tell us what your process is, so maybe
They can
think
understand.
nice things.
Okay. So yeah, it's intense training. Honestly, Delta's is 8 weeks. It depending on how many aircraft you have. We
Oh,
only
yeah.
have 3,
Mhm.
so that's
Okay.
why training was only like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Some airlines is 6 weeks and some is 8.
Okay.
You come in there, you have tests every day. Every day there is no break in between. There are no days off.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So
Sunday.
So we did have Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I apologize. We did have
Amen.
Sundays. Some airlines had no days off, but you have computer-based tests. You're only allowed to flunk
3 times. No,
No,
two.
two.
Twice. The third time
twice.
you're out.
Third time you're out. You have practical hands-on tests on the simulator. You're only allowed 4 retakes.
I don't even.
I think by the fourth one.
But what kind of stuff are you learning to
you're
do?
You're learning
like
medical procedures. You're learning if someone's on your plane and has an asthma attack, a heart attack, a stroke, pass out,
kind of seizure.
Yeah, seizures.
Allergic reaction.
Pretty
EpiPen.
much.
Okay.
Yeah, what you have to know where all of that medical equipment is on your flight. You have to know where all of the safety equipment is on each aircraft you're using. You're learning fire if fire breaks out on board, electrical or fire within the plane itself. You're learning if you have an incapacitated crew member, an incapacitated pilot. You have to learn how to be
Fly
able
a plane.
to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Bitch, I ain't going down. Get back there.
Are you flying the plane if something happens?
Absolutely. I was present for all 4 weeks.
Yeah, pretty much. You're learning if you have to go down into water, if you have to go down on land. Like, you have to know your procedure. There are procedures for each thing that happens. You have to know that before you can come out of training, before you can get your wings. And those tests are like there's just no resting in training. There's no time to mess around.
And I assume that they make it somewhat difficult. Like, they're not just asking you.
Somewhat.
Got it?
This is.
They want you to know what you're supposed to know.
Like,
so rest assured
you're
that
alone up there, except for your other flight attendants. The pilots, they tell you, okay,
we can't help you.
If something happens,
It's on you.
that door's not opening.
Yeah,
right.
facts.
You're on your own out there. Like, I don't care if they have a gun to your head and they say 1, 2, 3, we're gonna shoot. That door's not opening. You are on.
R.I.P. nigga.
We'll miss you. Like, when they open the doors and all the passengers are dead.
Prayers and condolences to your family. Right. But we
happening. They're landing that plane no matter what.
Right.
So.
Which makes sense.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, there's 2 people that know how to fly it?
Exactly.
If you lose
except for
them,
the person that's trying to take over the plane.
Yeah.
And we would hope that because how many movies have we seen where they don't really know how to fly the plane?
I mean
just saying.
But they know now.
Right.
Okay.
This is true. YouTube's a thing.
A whole thing.
But what is it? So do you have to know, like, first of all, okay, burning question. The fuck do y'all use to clean these things? Do you clean them? I don't feel like them shits is cleaned at all.
We are not custodians.
No, even if, I'm just saying in general. Planes aren't cleaned.
The planes.
Nah. Don't take your shoes off.
Jeez, please.
Looked right in the camera, guys.
Please.
Looked right in the camera.
Please keep your shoes on.
If I got 14 hours, though.
If you get up out your seat and you
walk down
I've
seen people walking without shoes.
Put your
bare
shoes on.
feet.
Bare
Not
feet.
even socks.
In socks or bare feet?
No, stop.
But you go to the bathroom in socks? You know how gross that is?
I'm sorry.
That's not water.
No,
bro.
that's
not
right.
water.
That's
Water
all
on
pee
that
on the
floor.
floor. You stepping in pee, my guy.
I don't be
What?
Yeah, okay.
You would think.
First of
not
all,
enough.
even though you don't see it, it's there. Always, the floors are always wet. Right. Oh, that
Bring you some plain slippers.
Yo.
Something.
plain slippers.
Even the galley in the back, I have my own Lysol wipes, the tray tables. I see
Because I really
some
don't think
people-
that they're cleaned. Because it's like the plane comes in, then all of a sudden.
You have turn times.
Mhm.
They have to be back out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on the board, y'all.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You have short turn times, so
Yeah.
the planes have to be back out. Until that plane is done for the day,
They don't clean
it's
it.
not getting a full.
And
especially
done
your
for the
tray
day is
tables.
subjective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That plane
Because
could actually turn around and be like, okay,
14
we can't.
hours
We need
for
the
another
plane.
flight.
It has to go.
Right. So.
But until it's at the hangar, getting its deep clean, those planes are not clean in between those flights. We're heading right back out. So I need y'all to stop putting y'all food on those tray tables.
Bruh.
First of all,
Bare.
I would never do that. I don't eat anything. I don't like
you
my
think?
what is this, silverware or anything. Even at restaurants, I don't put forks. If it touches the table, it's a dub. It's done. I need a new one.
I've seen people put
Ain't
their
no wipe it
kids'
off.
food directly on the tray table
Yep.
and they
Yeah,
eat
your
from
little
it.
stars.
Here you-
Yeah, them
Cheerios.
things.
Like what?
With a
You
side
don't
of
got a bowl?
germ,
You don't got a bowl?
with a side of baby change diaper
Yo.
on that tray table
Yo.
just the flight before.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so that I'm assuming that means don't change your baby's diaper.
Please don't do that, guys.
Bro,
On
it's supposed
the-
to be in the bathroom.
Please,
not
it's a
in the
whole
seats.
tray table. Don't hand me your dirty diapers.
Oh my
Don't
God.
do that.
People
That's
are
so
eating
disrespectful.
there. I mean,
I don't want to put your kids' fluids in the galley where I have to prepare food.
the space is small enough as it
It
is. Did
really
you not think
is.
that they're?
Yeah, that those diapers go in the bathroom where we can seal it off in the
Yeah.
sealed container. Yeah.
I had a lady leave a diaper in a
The
fitting
backs?
room
Oh,
when I was I used to work at the Saks outlet back when it was you know, on like, what is that, Marcus by Old Country Road, when it
Okay.
was
Yeah.
in that
Yep.
area by Dave and Buster's.
Uh-huh.
It used to be in that hole, and
Is it still
I
open?
was no, they moved everything further down Old
Oh,
Country
okay.
Road, I want to say it is, or something, but it's not in the same complex, but it's still, the Source Mall is still a thing. It's actually a whole bunch of other shit, but someplace else.
I just go there
but-
for cheesecake.
I used to,
Right.
bruh, Grand Lux is hot. There's another one. There's a couple. They every once in a while change. I feel like because it used to be the Capitol or Grand Capitol. You know, I know this nigga. I know. What was the one that was the seafood one that was next to Grand
Capital
Lux?
Grill or something
Yeah,
like that. I know
that
what you're
place
talking
was
about.
nice. They,
Yeah.
but
Still
it's
there?
not there anymore. I feel like
No.
it's something else.
It's
It's like a
something else there.
Mexican
Grill?
place.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk no.
See
there-
something?
There's used to be what is it called? Legal seafood.
Yes, I told you this nigga would know.
Legal seafood.
Yes, I used to like there, but that general area, I worked at the Saks outlet, and I had this woman come in with her stroller and all like 6 of her kids or whatever, and I'm, hey, how are you? Blah blah blah. And she didn't even acknowledge that I was
Yep.
there, so I said, oh, okay,
You're
cool,
invisible.
do that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
facts.
And because I mean, where you gonna go? You got 6 kids in a stroller. I got the key. Let me know when you're ready. So she goes all the way to the last room. She's trying to put this big ass stroller in, like, and it's a fitting room. It's not gonna fit in there. So then it's just like, oh, can I have? And I'm just like, bitch, I was gonna give you the handicap one anyway. Fit all
You
y'all in
talk to
there so
me.
that you can actually, function. But yeah, so she, needless to say, changed the baby's diaper and left it in the fitting room, along with all the clothes, of course, turned inside. Turn your shit back the right way
Wow.
and put it
Facts.
on the
I did
hangers.
Retail.
Okay,
All the facts.
put them on the hanger. Act civilized. But she left all that shit all over the place. I picked something up, and I saw that diaper. I said, oh, no, we're not. So I walked back up. I said, I don't want to yell into my house. Excuse me. Excuse me. Miss. Come on back.
Oh,
Your diaper?
snap, you
You
caught
left
her.
something. Hell yeah. Come back in. Come get your shit. And then she tried to leave it, and I was like, no. This ain't the trash for you.
All your shit.
Bring it to the bathroom. That's where you put a child. That's where you put a pamper.
Thank
A
you.
used pamper goes into the bathroom receptacle designed to receive
Facts.
said items.
Facts.
So yeah, not on the tray table on your plane, and not in the fucking fitting room,
Not in
people.
the seat either.
Not
Yeah.
in the seat back
Oh.
pocket.
At this point, yeah.
Oh, you
that's not
found
the
them
best.
there too?
Yes.
Oh, we find them all the time because we have to turn the plane. So we're the ones
That
cleaning
take all
out
the
that
tray
seat back pocket.
cards.
Question. What was the nastiest thing you found in the seat pocket?
I'm thinking like a used condom.
Yeah.
They don't use I haven't found one.
I have found one.
The Mile High Club members I've got, they didn't use condoms.
You
Oh,
seen
okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
it?
What? Those red eye flights when there's not a lot
Yeah.
of people on board, they
I would
get
do
underneath the blanket and
Facts.
I would do it.
Yep.
I would do it.
see them coming out the bathroom together.
Oh, they go into the bathroom because now technically I'd heard
Sometimes.
someplace
How?
Sometimes.
I will never understand.
Yep. We had to knock on the door.
too loud.
2 people can't be in the bathroom at the same time.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask
you
you.
a
So
hater.
I heard someplace that 2 people can be in the bathroom at the same time, especially
child.
considering.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
what if you
about
have
special
mobility
needs?
and about to
And
say
yes.
mobility
Also.
issues, like if you're whatever your shit may be.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm sure there's
Even
a list
sometimes
of
we
them.
have to take them into
Yeah.
the bathroom.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Or if you're like
but how do-
handicapped,
so
like one of my.
How do you judge that?
Okay, if you come out, open that door, and tell me, oh, I'm helping them. Oh, okay. But at that point, I want to see the door. Oh, because I'm going to ruin this. I'm going to bust all up in
Wow.
this.
What's wrong with
So,
you?
what is wrong with you?
It
whole
ain't-
block.
it ain't your problem. It ain't your problem. Let them
First of all,
enjoy.
and listen
Yo,
to
his
you
face
Listen,
for the
eat-
next. Nah.
The bathrooms are right by us. Like we
Right
can't-
by
come
us.
on.
Listen, drink some water, have some popcorn,
Wow.
and just let people do what they. You know how the flights be
Oh, we gotta
costing
go
mad
live.
money.
I'm done.
So
what does that mean?
Let them like they gotta get all the
Oh,
they can get out of
oh,
it. You know,
got
what I'm
it.
saying?
Bang
my
for
God.
your buck.
Got
Literally.
it. Literally, not on my flight.
Yeah.
Wow.
She ain't with the shits.
Not,
what's
not
your sign?
even
What's
a
your
little
sign?
bit. I'm Aquarius.
I'm Aquarius too, but you
Oh,
a hater.
damn.
You a January Aquarius?
February
February what?
8th.
I'm 16. I don't
See,
understand
you
that.
close to that Pisces life.
You don't,
That's why.
you don't own the plane though.
Nah, but I gotta be on it.
Wow, it's just a little sex.
A little.
It's just a
A little.
sex.
A little.
I mean, you can't do much in that bathroom. You can't even sit down.
That's what I'm saying. So why would you want to? In a
Because
nasty
sometimes it's just like you
bathroom?
gotta, do what you gotta do.
Oh
Nah.
Are you?
my. Not while I'm sitting. Not while I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
Now I let you rock. You in the seat, no one complaining, and
Uh-huh.
you covert. I let them The 2 people I caught, but not in my bathroom.
Wow.
Get out, because then I got a line backing up,
Bruh.
and you like legit in the bathroom. Fuck
You
it,
at least
like,
gotta be. I hit the mute by accident. You gotta at least be quick about it.
Yo.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
The line be from the back to the freaking almost to the front. Like, we can't,
exactly.
come on.
Don't do that.
See me struggling. Appreciate you.
No.
I can't believe we got haters in the house.
All right, so
All day.
so you found a used condom. What's the grossest thing you've found in your what'd you call it? Turnaround?
What?
It's blue turning.
Blue turn.
Yeah.
I couldn't think.
Oh,
of
blue turn because it's
blue
JetBlue.
turn because it's JetBlue.
Yeah.
They had to be
And
cute
it's
about
free
it.
labor. So blue turn, and
It is.
yeah, no, I pretty much is the diapers. I can't think of.
Have you found poop on the seat?
Yes, I have
Yes, there you go.
blood.
Outside of the diaper. Yes.
Poop.
I've seen blood before.
Yeah, I had one destroy my bathroom. I think it was her first period, my first period type situation. She destroyed that bathroom. We had to log
my
it off.
God.
It.
Aw,
Oh.
baby.
Oh.
Can you imagine how
You didn't turn
embarrassing that
around
had to
and
have
see
Oh,
I
true.
thought- I
Never
knew
mind.
She wasn't gonna.
Never mind. I wasn't thinking that far in advance. I was thinking like, you know,
Poor baby.
young,
You know,
traumatized.
I have a shirt. I have clothes in my bag. I'll give you clothes, but you just
You-
on my bathroom.
Did
and
they
you
at
left
least
it.
come and say anything?
No,
So you
of
were like,
course
hey
not.
girl, so I'm so
Mm-mm.
sorry, but you know,
Nah.
I
The
just
next
had
person
like a
went in, came back out, and was like, the bathroom.
It's always
I
the
went
next
in.
person.
Somebody- always the
died
next
in the
person.
bathroom. Somebody died.
they down, they
I know
go.
where they went though. There's nobody.
They flushed themselves down the thing. All right, so
Haters.
it's been like, okay, so I'm trying to not like tangent because I'm thinking like all like regular like. trying to
If you don't
The
have the
podcast.
questions, I have a bunch of questions.
Okay, go for it because I'm
All right.
asking her.
So
like,
how is
little
it
sister
dating? Being a stewardess and dating, like having a relationship. You looking
guess
at
that
her?
goes to
you
me.
Yep,
You gotta,
sure does.
you're in a relationship.
I was.
Okay.
But it didn't break off because of I'm a flight attendant, so it's pretty great. In that regard,
I was like, damn.
I was actually nearly engaged when we started, and it varies because in my situation, like he was very open to like coming with me places. Like I couldn't like he was my whole buddy, like going with me everywhere. But some people aren't able to do that.
Right.
And some people aren't, insecure when you freaking live here and don't fly away somewhere.
Right.
So, it's a trust thing.
Got you. So it's.
So you never had a problem?
I don't date.
Oh.
I wasn't going to be the one to
to
say it, but I was just like, all I hear is just sister voice in my head. I'm like, Courtney, shut the fuck up. In my head.
She worms her way in there.
I'm
Yeah,
done.
I don't date. Have I seen the story?
Bruh. Them stories?
Go for the stories. Go.
Talk about
Jump in.
First of all,
You don't gotta say no names. I don't know who none of these
names,
hoes
no
are.
names, no
They ain't even gonna know you talking about them.
in Puerto Rico, this whole situation unfolded. There was basically a pilot that was
Dibbling,
had a
dabbling.
had a flight attendant mistress, and his wife found out and flew down there and tore up the whole hotel.
Wow.
I hear that hot shit. She said, "Not on today. Not on my watch."
Fucking all
I
the
was
way
like,
up.
what? So that hotel don't like us no more. Yeah.
Wow.
I
We still
see.
stay there?
We still stay there, but we have
Oh.
very short, like only time to sleep. Like they do not want us there.
Like how long? 20 days.
Yo.
20 days. No.
Yeah.
Okay, but so that's like I guess that's the good and the bad, but I can understand it being a trust thing. But in terms of like, what about with families, people with families? Like,
That-
I feel like, are you on the go that much, or is it more? How does the scheduling work? You started mentioning it before we were recording.
So when you first start, you're on reserve. You have no life. Let me.
What do reserve mean?
Reserve means
When they need you, they just call you, right?
basically
Okay.
you have
On call.
you're 10 hours on call.
Wow.
That's your whole day.
Every day.
Ours is 2 a.m. to 12,
Uh-huh.
3 a.m. to 1, 12 p.m. to
To 10.
10, and
2 to midnight.
yeah. Between those hours, they can call you anytime. You have exactly 2 hours to get to the airport. I don't care if you are in Alaska. If they call you, you have 2 hours from the time they call you to get to the airport.
Wow.
It could be any time within those 10 hours, they can call you. It could be if
5
you're
minutes before your shit over.
1 minute before your shift is over, and I've had the
That was
5 minute.
the worst.
I've had that 1 minute before your shift over. If they call you, they got you. Got them.
What if you don't pick up the
sometimes
phone?
I was like,
They're your 4 points. You
Yeah,
get points.
facts. We are on a point
Oh
system.
wait, you're on a point system.
12 and you're done. Bye. See you.
Yep. So automatically you're not answering your phone, and it's been past 15 minutes.
That was
4
cute.
points. That was
Would've
real
thought.
cute. You thought. Oh, you ain't have no service? Okay, 4 points. So
Mhm.
sorry to hear that. Call
That's crazy.
T-Mobile.
That's
Find out
rough.
why.
You put
Yeah.
on one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like that's not.
Call
an excuse.
T-Mobile. Bitch, I got 4 points now. What's going on around here?
I need a credit.
Right, something. I want a whole $200 for that.
So my next bill's
Hey.
free, right?
$50 for each of them points I got.
Facts.
Shit, yo.
God damn. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're not on reserve, how long do you stay on reserve? How long does that last? So they like you, or like
Yeah, pretty much. Because they hated us for a long time.
Facts. So we were told like 6 to 9 months. You were on reserve for like 2 years.
Yep.
Oh
Back and
damn.
forth. They were
So
like,
y'all really
and
just
forth.
got in it.
For real. Like they were like, here's your line. Whoop, just kidding. Next month. Just kidding.
They did that to us like 3
Like
times.
4 for me.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happens when you finally get like in the crew? Like you part squad. Like what? How does that work?
It's all seniority based. Airline
Oh, that
life is
sucks.
seniority. Guys, if you're like hesitating on doing it, get in there now. Everything is seniority based. So when our seniority finally got high enough, when they started rehiring and our seniority got high enough, we got our lines, which is you can breathe, you get a life, there's more money. It's like you could just, it's like a big exhale. You can pick your schedule, kind of. We're junior line holders, so you get the crappy stuff. Unless
Okay.
you get lucky. Senior mama
But
drops
what's
something good.
Crappy though.
190.
Anything with Florida in it.
Anything. Oh God.
Florida people, I've heard quite.
No matter
numerous
what
times can be
airline
very
you
trash.
talk to, that's a horrible.
I did not
place.
think that was a thing.
I didn't.
So
but-
what's that like? What? Talk to me. Go. Why do we hate Florida so much?
They are a breed of people that
They different.
they're a breed.
Wow.
They are just a breed of people. I mean, West Palm Beach.
So they're just more
Orlando,
difficult.
for
They're entitled.
service.
They're needy.
All the
They
people-
don't sit down. When
they're-
we're on final descent, this much
To
from
the
the ground, homie's like, I'm going to just
Bathroom?
jog up and
Okay.
down the aisle. Like,
Why not?
we're strapped in. Like, why does that make...
What?
At that point, I'm just going to look at you like,
Fly down now. Fly down now. At this
land
point,
on your feet, go ahead.
Yep.
Wow.
Go right on ahead. Yeah.
Sometimes we're in turbulence and we're like this
Huh.
in the air, and
And
you
they
want
up.
to be... All right.
Just
With
need
your
a
child.
napkin. Just need a napkin.
What gets
No.
me...
Can I get some popcorners?
right.
What gets
Sir,
me
no.
is you're with your
I'm
child
strapped in.
going to the bathroom. Like, you want your kid to die. Oh,
Falling head
All right.
first.
all right,
I
cool.
feel like he was on flights before.
Probably.
Was she a hater?
Look at her
Right.
face. Nah, she wasn't no hater. I mean, I don't do that type of thing. on
Yeah, of course
plane.
not.
But I feel like I definitely seen her before. I definitely seen her before. I didn't see
As
you
much
before.
as you won't see me on a Florida flight.
I'm talking about just in general.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Like,
Nah, you won't catch up
I
that.
seen her on a flight.
How did you get out of Florida? How did you get out of being on Florida
The
flights?
moment I got off reserve. Shoot, when I was on
Yeah.
reserve, I used
So
to
you
out
get
of
to
Florida,
pick your
but-
schedule?
Pretty much.
So-
They
yeah.
give you a schedule to start off with. They give you trips.
Mhm.
Like we said, we're junior reserve.
Okay, so
they're
how
all
does
crappy
all
trips.
of that, when you say they give you trips, so like a schedule for you, so I'm thinking like your typical work schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Monday
Oh,
through
no.
Friday,
There's
and
no
then
such
that.
thing.
Mm-mm.
We don't know
So-
about weekends.
We
We don't know
never
what
know what day
holidays
it
are.
So you guys just do trips, and you just do consistent JFK to Nashville.
No.
That's like your thing. How does it work?
They give you anything. They give you whatever's left. I'm not
But
kidding.
I mean,
It
like
could
it's
be
a
4-day trip.
consistent. Oh no. Okay,
It could be a
so
3-day trip. It could just be a turn.
so are you on for days or are you on for trips?
You could be
Any of
Either.
yeah.
pretty much. They could give you a 4-day trip. They're all trips, but it could be a 4-day trip. It could be a 3-day trip. It could just be a turn. Fort Lauderdale and back same day.
Yeah.
Or it
So
could
you
be,
may not even get like. So you might have like 4 days worth of traveling at one time, or like just one couple of hours, 6 hours a day, and not okay. So y'all don't. So what happened? I thought you said you can have a life after you get on the thing.
Oh no, you have
can.
more of a life.
Yeah. Way more.
Yeah.
It sounds like you can't.
It
Or I'm still
depends on the
missing
time of the
something.
year.
First of all right, put it like this. You can either work 60, you
Mhm.
can work 60 to like 120 something hours a month.
150.
A month. So that's kind of a lot of time. downtime. People have
Yeah,
separate businesses on the
absolutely.
side.
Okay.
They only work 2 weeks out of the month.
You can use your PTO, as long
Oh,
as the
true.
grid.
Oh,
It's always the grid.
Christ.
The grid is based off of how many reserves they have open that day. So there has to be a specific number of reserves on. So for the holidays, you figure December, we have to have at least 250, let's say, reserves on call that day.
Mm-hmm.
You can't drop under 250. If it drops under that, you can't drop a trip unless you call out sick at that
Facts.
point.
Okay.
So
then you
you're
get a
on.
point.
Yeah.
So you get to say when you want to fly, when you don't want to fly for the most, as long as you
For the
got your
most part.
reserves going, and you can always, you have access to seeing that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
if something like, oh, I'm having an event and, you know, I want all my guests to be there. If there's like 300 reserves on you, I'm like, okay, we'll be there.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
swap
Or you can
out
be
of it,
like,
as long as you
girl,
can
this
swap
trip
out.
is actually going to Puerto Rico. So fuck New York winter.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
and then that's when the excuse is, oh, I gotta work.
yeah.
Yo, facts.
Can't.
And then you on the gram like, hey, Diddy's out.
That's when you be like, nobody take pictures.
Yo,
Nobody.
Nah, there's no record of this.
It
I
didn't
wasn't
happen.
here. Mm-mm.
What was your question? Go ahead.
So, do people get on your nerves about buddy passes?
Yes,
How much? How much do they get on your
a
nerves?
lot. Like people I wasn't even talking to when I
Pop out the
graduated
woodworks.
popped out
Wow.
like fresh daisies, and we're like, "Yo, how you been?"
So how does that work? Like, how do you, when you meet people or whatever, like if you met somebody today and they like wanted a buddy pass,
Niggas don't nig.
Funny.
listen,
So
I'm
what
a
you
very-
gotta
Shoot your
do?
shot, brother.
Wow.
Shoot your
Fight
shot.
my family.
we
Facts.
Aquarius.
Then fight my
We
friends.
Aquarius first.
I understand,
All
but
right,
I got.
your friend
Uh-huh.
got buddy passes too. So I'll
I'm
fight
in
her.
the same situation. Like,
But I'm
Even like the one person that got on the team that don't have friends, all of a sudden has friends now that you become a flight
Absolutely.
attendant.
Wow.
Everybody wants to be your friend now.
Absolutely.
So
I'm like,
is it
oh.
true that people be selling their significant other?
what?
Wait, what?
Yes.
Wait, what?
And I wanted to do
The significant other. Listen, we can talk after this. I got,
that.
a
Blue,
couple,
you ain't that.
I got a couple grand for you.
Sorry, somebody already on there.
What about you?
Sorry.
somebody is on there. My bad.
Get rid of him.
Like it's
Break up with him, right?
Break
Get
up
her a
with him.
shirt. Break up with him. Speaking of, I need my do-rag.
Yes.
Thank you. So they gotta stay on there for a year.
Yeah.
All right. So when is your year
Before you
up?
can take-
April?
Nah.
Like April?
Wow.
Like April?
Nah.
So essentially what you're saying is there's a slot that you have as the significant other, and that
Yeah.
person basically flies with your benefits for
A
that year.
Do you,
that day.
do you have
You
to get like
can
a bank account
keep
together or
on
something
it.
like that?
What?
So there's basically no proof or
yeah,
documentation or
No,
something?
yeah. It depends. So you have either the spouse or you have the travel companion. Since we ain't got no
Cannot
spouses,
have, yeah.
Right.
Got companions.
companion. You don't have to prove anything with a companion. It's your companion.
Yeah.
If you have a dependent on there, your kid,
kid.
your parents, your spouse, yeah, you gotta prove that.
Right.
Siblings and do
No.
siblings
So
count
do
as
you
They
wanna-
don't care about that.
Unfortunately.
Yo, that's shady as
Yeah,
fuck.
that's what I said.
Yep.
So you
Wow.
gonna put my mama on that bitch, but not my
A
sister?
sister?
Can't hold it down.
Like I don't even
Dang.
want to go nowhere with your mom, right?
Right.
You don't even want to go nowhere with your mom. It ain't
You want to
lit.
go with your sister. You want to go with your
Exactly.
brother.
Facts. I
That
agree.
sucks.
Mhm.
So basically, you saying
My sister raised me.
Yo,
I mean,
it be like that. And
some
they be like,
people, that's
well,
their reality, you
Mhm.
know? I
Yeah.
mean,
I couldn't even
Facts.
put Gama on there.
Word.
Could not. They couldn't.
So you got an extra spot?
Who's that? Who's that?
No, because it's
you my mama. You my mama.
You can
You
prove
my
that.
mama.
So basically, I can't get a
Yeah.
buddy pass, or I can't
Right.
get. Buy
How many, like,
into-
just, that's my nigga passes do you have?
You get 4 every quarter.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
can I reserve,
But
like, a
only
slot
two,
for,
you need
Is
2
it
of them
one
for
ways?
the round trip.
Yeah.
They're one ways.
for
Yeah.
one
what do you
way.
mean? I don't
Yeah.
understand that.
That well, neither do we.
For
Basically,
one
we
ways.
have 2 round trip tickets or 4 one-way tickets.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right.
Okay, that ain't bad. I can pay for half.
I can just go one way.
But-
Right. I
but
people
the-
that do that, they be like, I pay my way back.
Yeah,
Really?
but that-
Right.
but
Yeah.
That's
And they be like, well, you
Yeah.
just get one way.
How
Right, that's
considerate.
half your budget. Let's like take what?
Considerate.
I am not needy. I just want to come up. You know what I'm saying?
So
I
nobody
already
go- so
told you, if
nobody
you
go
go on a
there.
JetBlue destination, I got you. But you be out there.
All right. Well, then I'll take hers.
Right?
Wow, nigga, I'm gonna
Listen,
revisit the
listen.
map.
Listen, listen. She get it every quarter, so like this is about to be over soon.
I'm
How many you got left?
done.
None.
Wow.
The holidays was a
Yeah,
Right, word. People be trying to get home for the
Yeah.
holidays.
The
and stuff
holidays
like that.
wrap that up.
Aquarius has got to look out for each other.
Here we
first
go with
of
this
all.
bullshit.
Wow.
All right, so what's your next question?
All right. Have you ever, right,
Mm-hmm.
been to a city, met somebody, and hooked up?
No.
Nope.
Wow.
What? Yo, what?
Yeah, get with.
I mean, I was wholly in a
Yeah.
relationship.
She's in a
I mean, you
relationship.
ain't in a relationship now. Get busy.
Wow. This is why everybody thinks flight attendants do this.
I think
This
they do.
is
Hold
why.
I think they do.
Like-
'Cause it's lit.
They got
We
all
don't
that free
have
time.
Nah.
You know what?
Really? And here I am
We
talking about y'all got all that free
When you
time.
40, then you do it. Because I feel like that's like your window, and it's like, I got to get it while
All
I can
right.
get
So
it.
Get
then
your
when
groove
we
back.
40,
Get
so
your
we
groove
got
back.
like 10 more years.
Do you guys
left.
have like retirement? Like how long are you
Yeah.
on the job till you retire? How many years?
65.
What? We have a
Like age and time?
85-year-old lady.
Yeah,
No, I
age
mean
and
like
time, but-
age and like when can you retire from being a flight attendant?
It's when it
It's-
adds up to 65 years.
Yeah, it's the same as
When you're just age, you just have to make
age
age.
and time.
Yeah.
How much time do you have to do on the job though? That's what I
I
mean.
think
It's your
10 years.
age plus how much time
I
you've
think
been
you
at
have
the
to-
airline.
Oh,
minimum-
either way, it
yeah,
has to
yeah.
equal 65.
65.
Okay,
Oh.
interesting.
So
I've
if
never
you
heard
started
of
at
that.
50, you got 15 years.
Yep.
And you can.
Wow.
But a lot of them don't leave. They just go part time.
So what if
Yeah.
you started
With 2
late in
trips.
life? What if you started late in life? Like say you started. Well, is there a hiring age window? Like do you have to be a certain age to get on?
Not when
Nah, I
you
be
get
seeing
older.
old ladies.
No, some,
But were
some
they
airlines
on? But have
a
they
lot
been
of airlines
on from
do
that
have a
cutoff
Cutoff?
age?
Yeah.
cutoff age.
Like I know they
cutoff-
have
cutoff
they
weight.
have
We have weight.
I was gonna say
Wow.
yeah, you gotta make
have
weight.
to be able to
Yeah, because-
close
So I
buckle
can,
into the jump seat.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so can I buckle
That's
in
it.
the jump seat?
Yeah,
Yes.
you good?
Yeah, because I be seeing like it be some
Healthy?
big what do you call
Healthy.
it?
Big booty?
Big what's
Hips?
the size?
BWs?
Big
Hips?
hips men running sliding past hit me
Some
on my
child
arm.
carrying hips.
Oh my god.
Like boom, like
Child bearing
Why-
hips. Nick.
Yeah, that's what I want to know, because y'all kind of disrespectful with that walking past people and then hitting motherfuckers on their arm really hard.
Well, you
It's
know
like a
that
beat.
shit is moving up
We
and down
make
the
an
aisle. Pull your shit
announcement.
in.
We coming through the aisle. We have carts.
Oh,
not
I've
our
been
fault.
on
Yeah,
quite
not
a
even
few
with the
flights
car,
where
I'm just
ain't
in jail. They
no
just boom.
announcement.
And y'all
It's
never
not.
look back. Y'all hit and just go.
Why your elbows on the aisle?
Bro, we're so frustrated at
Yo,
that
you,
point.
that was on your spirit. That was on your
It
spirit.
is, because it's like every time. Like you could be
Y'all gotta
sleeping, you
remember
go to the
though.
side a little bit, boom, you wake you up.
Lean to the right. Like why y'all
But
always
I'm on
wanna
a-
be
I'm on-
high?
Listen, if I'm
On the
not
side.
with someone and I'm in the
Uh-huh.
aisle seat
Uh-huh.
and I fall asleep to the right because I don't want to lay on somebody I don't know,
I need you
then
to get a
boom.
neck pillow.
Facts.
Or I need you to nod forward.
You gotta buy that
Wow.
little cat house looking thing that you
Yeah.
put your arms in. Put your face down in the pillow.
Yo,
And
I
then
see
if-
some contraptions.
Then you hit me,
I always get a window.
and then I decide to attack.
I always get a window.
Then what
Uh-huh.
happens?
Then you getting arrested. What do you mean? What happens?
Okay, right. So how many? All right, fights. What's the most poppin' it's ever got on one of y'all flights? Like, what is?
You know how many times I
Have
have
you
to
ever
return
had
the
to
gate?
call like the? Ooh, wait, what's that?
Gate?
Return to gate. Because people don't know how to act when you start taxiing to the runway.
Facts. Goodbye. You're not on
I
this
like
flight.
we're not doing this.
Mm-mm.
Like that era of
So, okay, tell me
airline is
the-
over.
Tell me about the most exciting one of those.
Were you on my flight with the model that we kicked off?
Nope, go ahead. I sure was not.
I mean,
Who my model you kicked off?
oh, I'm done.
We
was
don't
about
need
to-
no slander. Go ahead. I mean, I'm trying to get someplace with this. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to quit my real job. Don't be fucking that up. I mean,
think
you
he
got
was
the.
I don't think he was I think
Oh,
he was
he-
up and coming, you know.
Oh.
But no,
West
he just,
Coast?
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Really. Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he just came on with a really bad attitude and was going back and forth with this girl behind him and was just like, it just escalated very quickly. Call her the B word, F, just out the shit. One of them was about to punch one of them, and we was just like, how, like,
We just got here. Like, we're
yeah.
not even done boarding.
we wasn't finished boarding. Like,
Well, damn.
it's just like we couldn't even get to them to like stop what
Right,
was
'cause
happening.
it was- Okay.
Everybody. Yeah.
So I think the captain saw what was happening before we even did. He
Mhm.
stopped boarding and he was just like, the captain pulled. He might as well had dragged him by his neck.
I
and
hear
was
that
like,
hot shit.
"Not
Not on my plane.
and then as soon as he got off the plane, as soon as he knew it, like he wasn't getting back on, yup, started crying. I was just like,
Every
who is
time
this
they
man?
become
Right.
different
Where was he?
people.
Where was he on the
He's
plane?
like, I really need to make my appointment.
Love
I can't reschedule it. Blah blah
Should
blah.
have thought about that before you tried to fight
Thank
it.
you.
Facts.
Oh my gosh.
And you was fighting a woman, bro. You wasn't worried about your pretty face then. Like,
No, not at all. She could have fucked your shit up too. I would have. I mean, somebody being an asshole. Sometimes you kind of want bad things to happen.
Just
to bad
let it
people.
happen.
Okay, so what has it like ever happened like when you're already flying, or does it usually?
yeah.
What happens
Does it
then?
usually? People don't understand that when you drink on the ground, it completely like goes times 10 once you
Yeah.
get in the air,
Mm.
and that's why
What
we're
about
not
if you
supposed to
drink
let you
on the
Oh yeah,
the plane?
oh yeah, they get on there and then
Do you
they
get
keep
drunker on the
ordering
plane?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
You get
In the
drunker
air.
on the
The
okay.
higher the
The
altitude,
Mm-hmm.
the quicker it goes.
Yep.
I need to drink more then. Go ahead. Go
As
ahead.
long as you a happy drunk or a
I
sleep
definitely
drunk,
am.
I like those are the two. Those are my favorite.
Yep.
Yep. Come in, sit down, go to sleep, or come in, sit down, be funny, but
Right.
still listen to what I gotta say. But when you come on there and now you want to get belligerent
Facts.
because you're highly intoxicated, we don't got time for that. And people think, okay, nothing's gonna happen. You know when we land and we get to that
Marshall.
you
airport.
know who's gonna be waiting for you?
You understand that? Or do you know that if you keep going and we can't make it, we will divert this plane to the closest airport we're at,
Mm-hmm.
and they will be waiting for you.
Yep.
Has that ever happened? Have you
Yes.
ever had to?
I've been on diverted planes where we had to land.
Why? What happened?
So I was I was on a flight Fort Lauderdale,
Oh, see, Florida.
Favorite.
Florida. First of all, this flight was stupid delayed from the beginning. I was on reserve. So they called me after this flight had already been delayed at like 9 hours.
Damn.
These people are it don't take Florida long
Mm-mm.
to get mad. So they were pissed from the gate.
Oh, so you were in Florida.
No. We were in JFK.
You were in jail. So they were
We were
trying
trying
to
to
go
get to
to
Fort
Florida.
Lauderdale.
Okay.
They had to call a whole new crew. The crew timed out, which is there's a certain amount of hours we can be on before we can't, because at this point it's a safety issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Had to call a whole new crew. I was part of the whole new crew. I was the one, which was I was the lead flight attendant on the plane.
Okay, lead.
Oh, that's when everything comes to you.
Facts.
So we get there, we board. First problem comes. We have
First
now
problem.
9
There's more
flight
than one.
attendants that need to get to Fort Lauderdale to operate another flight. So when something like that happens, they're a must fly.
Taking seats.
Somebody has to come on. So we're not united, you guys. We
Mm.
don't pull people from the flight, but at the point we actually would have to. But we go up in number. I think we got up to like $5,000.
Whew.
Sorry,
Not to say.
$1,000.
I will. I will. However long you need me.
Yeah,
All right, I
$1,500.
better go.
That was the last call. $1,500, and I had a lady with 2 kids, and she was like, "Come on!" And the little boy was like, "I'm
Get
tired."
all that
she was
money.
like, "We can sleep in a hotel," and she
Hell
pulled him
yeah.
right off
All
the
them
flight.
kids?
What? She had 2 kids.
So did
So
they
all
give the
3
money
of
to
them.
you? Like
You get it in credit.
Should I take it?
On
I
future
fly
flights.
enough. I fly
She
enough.
flies enough. I mean,
My
these
brother
people
did
are-
that.
I do too.
And
I
you could
would-
also
but-
share those credits though.
Yeah.
That was one of the best Christmas gifts I got. My brother was like, "Here go $500. Go where you want to go." What?
Wow.
Nigga, I'm with the shit.
Give it up to credit.
Okay. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.
It was in travel bank or something like that.
Basically,
You get like a
Pretty much.
paper. It looks like a ticket. It's got a code. It gives you the directions what to do when you're booking a flight. You just put the little code in. It's like a discount code.
Yeah.
So when you're ready to pay for the flight, you put XRV 72996 SR
So
0
you
whatever.
so you get to $1,500 and you able to go on the next flight.
Mhm.
they book you on the very next flight they can get you on. A lot of times they'll pay for the hotel for you to stay that night.
Wow.
If it's no flights else going out, and that was the case. It was the last flight going out.
Mm.
So that was the first issue. That took about 45 minutes to get up to $1,500 to get these. We had 9 flight attendants, a completely booked flight.
Right.
Next problem came. I get to the back. I'm walking the aircraft. At this point, we've been sitting on the ground for 3 hours. These people have been boarded, and we're on the ground still. I'm
Oh, so
walking the
they're
flight.
actually
We're
on the
having to
plane
give out-
still.
We're having to
That's
give
the
out
worst.
snacks, drinks, basically do service. These people are just, excuse me, just being nasty. Then we get everybody in the seat. I get a little boy that's not so little. My man is like up to my navel. And I'm like, okay, all seats are accounted for. Hi, honey, who's your mom?
Oh.
So he's like, right here. I was like, hi, where you sitting? On my lap.
Mm-mm.
No, you're not. So now I had to go to the front, call AO, ask AO, whose child is this? So they come on there, and I'm like, hi, how old is he? Oh, he's 3. Guys, cutoff is 2. Oh, well, he was 2 when we booked the ticket. Okay.
That's cute.
But if your child is going to be 3,
You have to book that ticket.
and my man is grown. He was a grown little man. Okay? He's not fitting on your lap. You can't hold, nah. So now they come off. The kid throws the bag almost like he's cursing. The 16-year-old boy is coming off with the family cursing and throws the bag, almost hits a jump seating pilot. Delta almost got knocked out. Almost hit a jump seating pilot coming off. It was a mess. Then we think we're
Because now the whole
finally-
family got to get off.
The whole family got up because they told them they either pay for a seat and they booked them. They're going to book them to PBI and then
What's
have
that?
them transfer. West Palm Beach. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were going to book them there and have them go. They refused to pay for the tickets, so all of them came off. So now we had a bunch of non-revs take those seats to come on.
What's that? You said no.
Non-revs, so standby people.
Okay.
So we had open seats. They came on. That's more paperwork. Now you got to wait again.
Right.
Yep.
Then we're getting ready to go. Think we have it. We're going good. Homegirl that we just put out, the mother, goes, oh, they can put us off, but the guy up back here making bomb threats, he gets to stay on. I was like, man.
Wow.
Nigga.
And you wonder why I never want to be with number one.
Girl, I was like,
chilling in the
why?
back.
Thinking.
Why, miss?
Wow.
So now we go back there. I find out we got to see who is the person sitting behind her. My man is lit to high heavens. He is so drunk. So we don't know if he actually made the bomb threat or she was just saying it because she was salty that we kicked her off. But at this point, we have to investigate it. So now we have to wait for GSC to come on, which is ground security. Here they come on. They pulled him off. They talk. Whatever happens out. This is another 45-minute delay. We just racking on.
I should have left without him, but I guess last flight you couldn't. It's just kind of.
And they try to. I mean, he was cooperating.
Okay.
So
Appreciate you, fam.
they let him back on, even though we're not supposed to transfer someone who's drunk, and he was clearly drunk. But not my call. Okay, we finally get him on. He says he's gonna be quiet. We get in the air.
Oh my God.
The lady that's with him, he's on his way to AA.
Which is.
Are you serious?
Oh, Alcoholics Anonymous. I know that one. I'm like, oh, that AA. I'm like, wait, is there a letter missing? Aren't they usually 3 letters? Where's AA? Oh, God. Oh, is that Acapulco or something? I don't know. In Florida
Girl, I wish
city that was A. Oh.
Yes, girl.
Damn, bro.
He was on his way. He was having withdrawal.
Oh my God.
So, they're supposed to get a little bit of alcohol as they go. But at this point, his condition for being on the flight was we could not serve him any more alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's ordering for him. We didn't know that. I told the person that was in the back, I was like, be careful because he can't have any more alcohol. She orders and then flips it to him.
Oh my God.
He made the mistake. He's so drunk. When I was walking back there, he's telling her, order me another drink. I'm like, okay. I was like, no, we can't. He flips off the handle. Yo. Like, he went absolutely nuts on this plane.
Yo was only going to Florida.
Thank you. Oh, right. I'm sorry. So usually, guys, Fort Lauderdale's like a 2.5-hour flight. Weather, 4 hours en route. I meant to tell you, 4 hours en route.
Left that out.
We were Cali. Girl, we was on West Coast. We was only about an hour into this flight, and my man lost it.
Wow.
He had to stop in Carolinas to take them off.
That is.
Yo, I would have been pissed if I was on that flight because that's like 12 hours later. It feels like.
Do everybody because of that? Do everybody get like a voucher or some type?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they gave them a free flight after that. I mean, these people were already delayed. I think it was like mechanical issues and whether it was the beginning of it. They was already delayed before we got there, and then they were delayed another 3 hours on the ground with us. And then it was a 4-hour flight time en route, and we had to stop. When I tell you, we got.
And then everybody has the D plane.
Yep. No.
When you do just that one passenger,
he came off.
Okay.
Thank God. But if it would have had to been a struggle, they would have had to deplane everyone because of everything that happened.
We can't fight this one dude in front of all of you, so we're gonna need you guys.
Exactly. At that point, I think he had worn himself out because we have our yellow tickets that we give out when we're basically telling you, when you land, it's over for you. So the lady got him calmed down. So he came off the flight. She basically come on.
He complied again. Okay.
But yeah.
I ain't make it to AA that day.
No.
Damn, brother.
Yeah.
Ain't no AA in New York.
Right.
But
I'm real quick. You want to recoup in the tropical weathers.
In the tropical. You right.
Damn. I mean, if you're going to struggle, it might as well be better weather. Shit.
You see some of them AA places?
Nah.
Girl, it makes me want to become an alcoholic. It's nice.
Right. Because it's like you have like those drug, like when people go to like rehab and stuff, and they go to like the fancy ones for people with like different problems than regular people. Because you're gonna struggle, you might as well struggle in luxury. So what are some common things that people fuck up that you guys don't see how they fuck up? Like what are travel things that common people are doing wrong that y'all know better about?
First of all, does this count?
It
not
does.
being able to open the bathroom door?
It counts. Guys, there are signs. It says it.
It always
push,
says pull or push.
pull,
Like it
twist.
you
would
pull this
think.
and push.
You would
in.
think.
You would think the sign is right
We
there.
sit
For
right
I mean,
in
I
that jump
have
seat.
seen a couple. I've been like, and then I'm like, oh, middle, go. Ah, okay. I mean, I done been confused before, but I always get in.
You get in, but we watch them.
Homies try to just leave the plane. I'm like, that's clearly the door to
The door.
outside. Like,
And I'm not gonna lie, I watch some of y'all do it, and I just sit there and I be like,
I'm like, it looks just like the door you got into. Like,
you're not
what?
gonna get that door.
You ain't watched a
open,
movie
but go
before?
ahead.
You don't know
No.
what that does?
Mm-mm. No, and I'm talking about people that speak English, so don't think it's
Yo.
I
Yeah,
came
like a
to another
language
country.
thing.
It's not a language barrier.
Mhm.
No.
These people wholly speak English, and they stare at the door, and they just feel their way.
The only thing I give them credit on is there's a bathroom door that has like a seat on it, so it doesn't look like it's a bathroom.
Our interesting design.
That's our
plans.
new plane. But
Yeah.
other than that,
Okay.
homie, what?
Y'all ain't got no excuse. Come on, guys. Let's read the signs. Don't look to me and ask me, is there someone in the bathroom? Guys, we don't
Bro,
watch
it's-
It
we
says
don't-
vacant.
We
It's
don't watch the
green.
bathroom.
The person's not lit up.
Yeah. We don't do that.
like a
So
picture.
I don't know.
You gotta be nice. Stop
Question.
doing that.
No.
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 You don't work.
Nah.
You don't necessarily work customer service. Like
Nah.
people
Yeah.
are stupid.
It's like, as
And
soon
there's
as
a
they get
difference
on
between
the-
ignorant and
Nah.
stupid.
I told you TSA. It's the moment they walk into the airport. Brain cells just left in the car. You grabbed the luggage and forgot you didn't even grab your
You
luggage.
ain't even
Sometimes
pack
they forget. They done forgot their luggage and left their shoes at checkpoint. I
How
don't
do you
know.
do that?
I don't know how.
Oh my gosh!
I don't
Someone
know
is
how. And they never come back. Like that
'Cause
flight
that's
be
TSA,
like legit.
right.
So legit they gotta catch it. I've seen shoes
Right.
and they
You
never
know,
come
on
back.
my
for
last
them.
trip,
you
TSA
run.
did make an announcement. They were like, so and so, can you come back for your
For your
socks?
shoes.
I was like, what?
no. Leave the socks there.
Fuck
Let
them
the
socks.
socks.
I
We
was
good.
like,
with
y'all
those
so
socks.
nice.
It's fucking socks.
Never.
How'd you know whose socks they
That pen would
were?
have went right to the trash.
And my mother hates touching. She hates socks. My mother hates socks. Like that's like
can't be
a
if she
really
put out
fun
socks.
way to just like creep her out. Whoa,
Really
like at
fun.
dance school.
Oh.
Like at the end of the
Got
day
you.
when people like cleaning up because kids always leave stuff behind.
course.
So like a 4-year-old's gonna leave socks behind. My mother don't give a fuck if you're 4, if you're 40. She don't want your socks. So I used to just like take a pen, pick up a sock, and just
God.
fling it out there.
He ain't coming back
Oh,
for that
good
sock.
times, good times. So, what other things are like common things that travel, like mistakes that travelers? Because in my mind, I'm like, all right, so I'm good at like packing a carry-on. I could kind of get all my shit into one thing. Like, what are things flight attendants want flyers to know? Like, what do you guys wish that you don't know this?
You pack it, you stack it. Guys, we're not here to put your bags in the overhead bins.
Okay.
That's not our job. If you cannot lift your bag, you should not have packed it. That's that. I help the elderly. I help the disabled.
Right, people with
But
mobility
if
issues.
I have grown men turning to
Facts.
me, look
Grown
at the
men?
bag, look at me, and sit down.
Oh, fuck that.
It's
That's
usually
an
like the,
entitlement thing.
that's like the
Bro.
Caucasian foreigners.
That's
Yeah.
Florida.
That
Wow.
is Florida, bro.
Yo, Florida
That
ain't
ain't
shit.
Foreigners are
The
actually pretty.
toilet.
so
They're
great.
probably pretty amazing because
Wow.
they're used to strict rules on
Yeah.
international airlines. It's just domestic. We let people get away with a lot. They
No.
come
Like what?
on,
Florida.
Like what?
sit.
It's just
They,
Florida.
okay, international airlines, you know when you're flying and you get to final descent and they tell you when you get to initial descent that use the bathroom now because it's getting locked.
Mm-hmm.
For
Oh, they lock
final
them.
They
Right.
lock those bathrooms because they're not going to have you, especially on wide body planes. It's not enough for them to be following you.
Exactly.
They're locked. They're done. We don't have people
We should
when the
start doing
wheels
that.
come down. I started doing that. When the wheels come down, getting up to use the bathroom, that is a whole safety hazard. Or when we're about to take
And that's
off.
another thing. Is it? I mean, how much of a safety hazard
It really
is?
is.
I mean,
So when we're about to take off and you get up and use that bathroom, we have to call the captain now. And
Why?
guys, I need you to understand because there's a liability on us. You go into that bathroom and us taking off, and then you go ass over elbows in that bathroom.
I feel like the takeoff be the smoothest part of the flight most
That's
of
the
the time.
most dangerous
That is
part.
the most dangerous
And
part.
landing.
Taxi, takeoff, and landing.
Mm-hmm.
The most
It always feels
dangerous
the
part.
smoothest to me. And this, I'm not a flight attendant. I am not the trained professional here.
We have had some horrible, horrible takeoffs, especially the smaller the plane, the more you feel that takeoff. And when the weather's bad, those takeoffs can go
I'm telling you.
really rough. Like
Wow.
we're in the
Okay,
jump
so I guess we're
seat.
fortunate that I mean, if you've never
That's
experienced, if you don't
exactly.
understand why it's so dangerous, then consider yourself fortunate. What's been the
Everyone
scariest
thinks
flight?
that.
We'll loop back around to what you want us to know. What's been like the scariest experience you've had?
When last week when we landed like this.
I think I bruised myself actually pretty bad. I was on our small aircraft, the E-190, and we had a drop in altitude, a rapid drop, and it just went bam, and I went into my jump seat because sometimes the pilots don't even see it coming. Mm-hmm. And by the time he said, "Flight attendants, take your seat immediately," I had already knocked into my jump seat, and I had like this huge bruise on my side. I've had my cart go over in the aisle because we've hit such horrible turbulence. That's when I was once again on the E-190.
Bruh.
And he had to rapid accelerate, and my cart just went over. Thank God, I was fine.
I don't know about y'all drinks though. So we out of Hetty.
Coffee's done. But yeah, I had my cart go over. Like I was on a Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my God.
I was heading JFK to Fort Lauderdale. We were stuck in a holding pattern.
What's that?
Because
Just
you can't land.
Circle.
You're circling JFK. Basically, if you didn't know, JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark are all one under one port authority. Okay. Under one air traffic control. If something's fucked up at one of those airports, everybody's fucked up.
Right.
That's why, guys, it takes a long time for you to taxi. You can taxi for 45 minutes before you take off. We're down a runway. We're down to one runway. Sorry, right now while they're doing construction. It was a mess.
That's at LaGuardia or JFK?
JFK.
But they're doing construction there?
Yeah.
I thought it was just LaGuardia.
On our runways.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now, when one slows down, the other has to slow down.
Yep.
It's like...
Because of the one
exactly, you're all in the same area. They can't have you. So we circle a lot in JFK, especially during international time, which is later on in the day. International flights have precedence. But we were stuck in a holding pattern, circling in the worst turbulence I've ever been on. Like, I mean, everyone was thrown up. Everyone was thrown up. I was in the back. The back is the worst, guys. If you get motion sickness, to the front.
Okay, good to know.
When you're in the back, I was the last row, and I mean, we were just side, up, down. For 30 minutes, we could not go. We couldn't elevate because there were planes up. We couldn't look. It was horrible.
Wow.
And we still had people trying to get up to go to the bathroom.
Are you kidding?
I mean, you gotta go. You gotta go though. I mean, do you want me to pee in this seat?
And you're knocking.
Sometimes I'll be ready to risk it.
People,
I've been ready to.
They were risking their whole life. We went in that bathroom after. There was pee everywhere.
I can only imagine.
But it was in the bathroom, not on the seat, though. I mean, they made it to the bathroom.
Oh my God. They knocked their head so many times, but you're knocking into other people. You're falling into other people. It was bad.
I'm really good on my feet. I got that good core control. You know what I mean? So somebody would tell me that. I ride the subway, me. You know what I mean? Like, we good. Like, I got this. Trust me.
You ain't seen the videos we saw of people hitting the roof after that.
It's like a
knock yourself out. Yeah, that's a ride.
Got it. What about you? What's your scariest flight been?
I feel like she just mine is like, I was in the aisle and I had to just sit down real quick. Like I had to turn the cart so
on
that
the floor type sit down.
Oh, I did hit the floor actually.
Yeah.
But it's still like yours was way scarier than mine. I just had to turn the cart into the aisle and just like cop a squat somewhere. And like customers were like holding me because of turbulence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Because you were like you were already in the aisle as opposed to, let me just walk.
Girl, I haven't had to do a hold me down situation. Oh, I'm done. Because I always said I was going to find the cutest one.
It was like, oh, right here.
Mind you, I'm in row 1. Turbulence is happening. I'm going all the way to row 20.
Imagine.
Hold me down.
Yo.
Hold me tighter.
But it'd be crazy. They still ask you for a Coke when other people are holding you down. Like, wait, what?
Facts.
People are so inconsiderate.
I had a medical emergency, and the lady was ringing her call button. I did not bring her coffee. I said, excuse me, ma'am, turn around. He is passed out. That's a man on the floor. I need you to wait.
Oh, so you guys have had like medical emergencies? What? Like, what's the
Queen?
Oof.
My IOE, which is my initial operating experience, was a medical.
So that's your first flight?
My first flight, there was a medical. And that's your training flight. That's your, okay, let's see if you could do this. That's the final test you have to pass. You have to actually work a live flight. And there was a medical.
What happened?
She only passed out in her seat. She came on the flight. She hadn't taken her medicine. She took it too late and hadn't eaten.
Oh, my God.
So she joked with us. She was like, I could eat a horse. You guys serving food? And we were just like, I was stuck frozen because it's my first flight. I didn't talk to people.
Oh, my God.
So my evaluator was like, no, we had snacks. She gets in the seat. We just started service. That's when we had trays.
Yeah.
I'm going out. I took everyone's order. I got to the back. 2 guys come. They're like, so the lady next to us, she started vomiting and
she
she
vomited too.
passed out.
Wow.
Yikes.
Okay. I turned to my evaluator.
So what you gonna do about
that?
She's
Wow.
18B, you know? I'll be watching over your shoulder,
That's what I did.
learning.
I put on some gloves and I stood there while the other ones got her revived. They called for
Wow.
a doctor, everything like that. Needless to say, I did not do service much on my initial flight, but I passed.
Okay, good. Well, yes,
So-
you're here.
I'm here.
So do they always, is there a doctor on the flight?
Yes.
Is there a doctor
Yeah.
in the house?
Yes,
They
we
do, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Mhm.
We do page for a doctor. It's much
A
quicker.
medical doctor, because
Yeah.
people be, I'm a doctor. Bro, you're a dentist.
We got
Or it's
some
just like,
interesting people.
you have a
answer, I'm
PhD in like
psychiatrist.
architecture
Honey.
or something. I'm like,
Imagine.
who are you saving?
He's passed out. Are you going to psych him awake? Like, what are you?
Right.
Are you going to talk him around? Back up. What you going to do?
Damn. They just want to show out they're a doctor. I'm a doctor.
I'm a doctor. You're not helping me.
Talk
I
to
need
me.
it right now.
How does that make you
Useless.
feel?
Being passed out like that.
Damn. So what's up? What's your other question, Sha?
It's a weird question.
Go for it.
How many of those dresses y'all got?
Do you want one?
No, I just want to know. Like, do you wear the same one all the time?
Oh, no. I don't even wear dress.
I don't wear the dress.
a lot.
You wear the pants,
Yeah.
No.
Oh, she
I wear
wears
the
the
skirt.
skirt.
skirt. Oh yeah, with the vest.
No.
No.
I
You
need
don't
you
get a
to.
vest?
We're not Delta. Bring it back. Bring it back. I've been trying to lobby for the vest. 'Cause that is cute. We ain't got that. We got tunics,
Sweater,
shirt.
shells. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all have
Button-ups.
pants though, right?
Yeah, we got pants.
There's
Yeah.
it's no pockets in the pants, right?
Yeah, they are.
It is.
Yeah. And the
I be
skirt
looking
too,
at
and the
it.
dress.
What are you looking for? What are you trying to
going
find?
on?
Them buddy passes.
Oh.
She got a buddy pass in the pocket.
Maybe some what's things with some fat asses.
Yes, they do.
Right. That's what's
They
happening.
can fit down the
That'd
aisle
be,
though.
Oh yeah,
Nah,
he
I-
wouldn't
I-
mind.
I don't mind getting the
Somehow.
bump.
Right,
I
like-
don't mind getting the bump.
Then
I
he
don't mind
ready.
getting the bump.
Wait, hit the call button and like.
Yo, when you got them, when is it during the basketball? With the
the-
college kids and the hot,
NCAA or something like that.
and they just like to ring their call buttons just to get you to amp.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I'm not coming back.
I'm not coming.
Because you think you're cute. Little boy, stop ringing the bell.
Trash. Where and then they
Can you turn those? Can you like disable them for certain people? No. Oh.
God, I wish we
Damn.
could.
Yeah.
You
That
just
would
be
suck.
ringing and thinking you calling somebody. You ain't, you ain't calling nobody.
I see you and I'm ignoring you.
Shit, I ain't even got to turn it off to do that. I see you.
And
She will look down the aisle like,
What?
yes, answer from there. What you mean? Like you somebody auntie? Oh, you are. With his whole ass face too.
Mm.
God, y'all look like Courtney ain't had no
Jesus
baby.
Christ.
You had Tyler.
My ovaries are intact.
You had a whole ass
Barely.
baby with your
Oh
whole
my
ass face.
God.
So okay, so back to what you guys want us to know. Open
Right.
the door appropriately. What other things do you feel that people should know to make traveling for themselves easier and then also for you easier? So I learned definitely that it is dangerous during takeoff and landing. I believe you when you tell me that it's dangerous. But when any other flight attendant that tell me it's dangerous, fuck y'all. You don't know my life. You don't know what I can do. I'm fine. You know what I mean? You don't know me. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. But because you said it's dangerous, I was like, oh, I guess I should just put my seatbelt on.
You mean?
Maybe I shouldn't fuck with it.
This is a good one. A lot of people don't know, which I didn't know. Okay, your flight departs at 9 p.m.
oh.
We get that. Doors close
At like 8:40, right?
15 minutes prior to departure.
Mm-hmm.
So even though you see that plane still sitting there, the door, they've already completed the paperwork. The pilots have to enter that paperwork. They have to give it to air traffic control. That's why they can't just open the door and let you on. It's not that they're purposely,
taking it first out.
doing that. It's about that flight leaving on time. The paperwork they can't just open the flight back up.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, you do need to get to that airport. Don't get to the airport for your 9 o'clock departure. At least get there half an hour because they can close that flight up to 20 minutes. actually.
I've seen shit leave
Prior
early. I'm
to-
like,
yeah.
there wasn't a week. Bitch, I'm glad I was ready.
Exactly.
Nah.
But if they think they have everyone, we can close it 20 minutes prior.
Yep.
If they're still waiting for people, 15 minutes prior, technically, they can close that flight.
Mm-hmm.
And you missed it. There's no money back situation.
Right,
It
should've been
says
here.
it on the boarding pass now. That's why they started doing that.
So the 2-hour window, 3-hour window still kind of stands for international.
Take a half an
and
hour extra because 20 minutes prior that flight can close. So don't just do to the exact time of departure. You know,
Facts.
flight leaves at 9. Schedule your arrival to get there by 8:30.
Oh, so you doing better than me. Oh, okay, no. 'Cause I thought you were going to say, get there. And I'm like, I mean, well, it's only 10 minutes.
Don't do me, man. I'll get
Nah.
there.
Yo.
I don't do
Man,
that.
I'm the flight attendant, so don't
Oh, don't live your life. Got it.
live your life like mine.
Shadeé, where are you? I'm in the back.
It's like, I promise I'm there. I'm there. You don't see me? You don't see me? Right here. I'm right here. So
So that's one main thing.
what else you got? Because I got another one. What kind of like travel hacks did you guys learn to make traveling easier in terms of either booking or actually flying that regular people can use?
I was gonna say packing, but
That's what I was gonna say. It's still a learning curve. I have cut down a lot on my packing.
You never need what you think you need.
Oh, absolutely
That's
not.
rule of thumb. But it's one of those you'd rather have it and not need it versus now I'm in like a foreign ass country. They sizes run crazy. I don't fit none of this shit in here. Or like, oh,
Man.
now it's like $150 for like a 8-ounce bottle of whatever you forgot or whatever.
Something that you can't even read.
Facts.
That was-
I think this is the same
I
thing.
think
It smells like.
this sounds good. Let's go with it. That's actually a big issue we have too, because it can turn into, oh, I was supposed to be going to Buffalo. Now I'm in Puerto Rico. Okay. So this puffer coat and
Got
these
it.
jeans and this sweater. So yeah, we do pack.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys have to be prepared to be in any weather because depending on where you end up and you don't necessarily come back the same way, so your scheduling kind of runs
Wild, crazy.
Yeah.
You
Interesting.
can never sometimes end up where you're supposed to end up. I'm trying to think of something that.
What about, because everybody swears that like Tuesday, Wednesday are like the best days to book a flight. Like those are the days that it's cheaper. Or flying in on, or like leaving on a, what is it, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, or like certain days. Like, do you find that to be true? That certain days one are cheaper, or that
they are? Unfortunately, you would have to get an airport's crew member in here. They're the ones that actually have access to the computers, airports, or reservations. But it is true. There are days when it's cheaper to fly, when it's cheaper to book. If you stay over the weekend, it's cheaper.
What do you mean?
So if you stay at a destination over the weekend, don't try to fly back on the weekend. So if you
Leave
book
on a Monday
flight
or a
that
Tuesday.
includes a weekend, it's cheaper. That I did learn.
Oh, like if I'm doing a Tuesday to a Tuesday.
Yes.
Got you. Okay.
Something that, so if you're doing, it's going to be more expensive for you to do a Monday to Friday than it would be for you to do a Wednesday to Monday. So something that includes the weekend, I know that is cheaper. That I did learn from.
Well, I actually use what do you call it? Google Flights. So it'll tell you the price each day. So like I'll always gauge whether or not I leave Friday night after work or Saturday morning based on, well, what's the difference in cost? Am I going to spend $200 more to leave on Friday night, or is it going to get me there 4 hours earlier than leaving on Saturday? Like I would have gotten here at this time. If I land at like 2 a.m., what's the, you know what I mean? Versus landing at say 10 a.m., leaving on Saturday morning. It's like I wasn't doing shit at 2 a.m. anyway.
Exactly. It's definitely
So-
the flight times too. Of course, the morning is going to be more expensive. Everyone thinks they're getting out of the rush by
Yeah, that's
flying in
cute.
the morning.
That's so cute.
That is the worst thing to do, guys.
Okay,
'cause
mental note it.
Everyone does it. Like when you're trying to get into Terminal 5, JetBlue Terminal, by the way. When you're trying to get into Terminal 5 at JFK at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Everybody, yo.
One of the emails they sent me about one of the flights was saying if you're Like if someone's coming to pick you up, have them pick you up from departures versus during
That's-
these hours. Have them pick you up from arrivals, or have them drop you off at departures and then just go upstairs or like
That's
go
what they've been
downstairs or
having
whatever.
to do because it's getting so bad. So if you have a morning flight between like 5 and 7, go to arrivals
Okay.
because departures is a no-go.
So that red eye is so now is a red eye the first flight or the last flight? It's the first flight,
the
right?
overnight.
It's the overnight.
Red eyes are
So you're gonna arrive the earliest that anything is gonna land there.
Yeah.
So a red eye is
Okay.
anything between 11 and 5 a.m.
Yes.
11 p.m. and 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay,
red
so
eye
what if
flight.
it's like a 9 p.m. departure and you arrive at like 4 o'clock in the morning? Is that
That's-
considered a red eye?
Yeah.
Okay, so as long as you're landing between 11 and 5.
Yes.
Okay, because I feel like I've been fucking that up for years.
Oh yeah. If you're in within those traveling hours, you are on a red eye. I mean, sometimes we joke if you get in like 2 a.m. we call that a pink eye.
eye,
Cute.
Yeah.
Little humor.
But
Cute.
yeah, when you leave at night and you arrive wholly at 5 a.m. in the morning, your eyes is bloodshot. It's a red eye flight.
So what if you leave at like 6 a.m.? That's not a red eye.
No,
Oh,
that's
no.
that's usually your
That's-
first flight of the day.
Or that's 8
Okay.
o'clock. Yeah.
Do you find that late flights or earlier flights tend to be less hectic? Like if you want just like say you're nervous about flying, or if you've never if it's your first solo trip or whatever,
okay.
and you wanted to suggest something to someone like, you know what, flying at night is usually a little bit easier for you because X, Y, and Z. What would you suggest?
Definitely night.
Definitely.
Because everybody's asleep. Nobody's really trying to do anything, talk,
Cause
nothing.
problems.
Yeah.
Versus in the morning? You
easier
feel like
to
people
get-
are-
oh my god, I'm telling you, the morning is a zoo. It's just a complete zoo because everyone's thinking the same thing. Especially you have all the business travelers that need to get to wherever they're going by a certain time. So they're
And this is more so domestic flights.
more so
Yes.
domestic.
Okay, because I feel like
Absolutely.
I like the late flights only because in my mind, if I get there before the next day, I have the full next day to
travel.
enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I can get someplace on Friday night by leaving Friday night, I'm all with the shits. This way I have, especially if like it's international and then like the hours is like behind
Crazy
us or
different.
something. So I still get there Friday night, lit. I'm happy. Like this is good. I have all day Saturday versus I'm leaving Saturday morning. So whatever the hour, the changes, I just feel like everybody is asleep really, really early or really, really late. I hope I didn't jinx.
It's all,
This
don't
next flight.
jinx it. It's just, that's the whole thing that don't happen. AM flights are packed.
And when you say
always
AM, you
packed.
mean like from the
we're
6
talking
a.m.
from
to
5
like
a.m.,
the
yeah.
11,
Like
10.
sun is starting to peek out. Yeah.
like over the horizon. Yeah, they
Damn,
are.
I
packed
feel
out
like
there.
it's like, you know what? I don't always fly JetBlue. That could be also.
Could
Do you
be.
think it's like the culture of the airline?
I think so.
I think so. We have a lot of DR and West Coast flights that early in the morning. We have a lot of, like we said, business travelers. So we have a lot of Bostons and Raleighs, and so it is a madhouse zoo. I can't really talk from but it's usually like Delta and them. They do the same. Everyone does the same thing.
So consider also where you're going. If you're going from
True.
like New York to LA, or if you're going where somebody may have business versus like I know I'm going to Nashville in a couple of weeks. That should be.
How long I've been wanting to get to Nashville.
Oh, girl. So the one time, this is the second time I've been to Nashville. The first time I went, one of my best friends live out there. Hey, Dal. You in the program notes now, sis. But I feel like I've mentioned you before, just so we're clear. But she lives in Kentucky. So sorry.
Okay.
But I have to fly into Nashville to get to her. She's maybe like an hour or two outside of Nashville. And because there's shit to do in Kentucky, so of course we were in Nashville. And I was just like, all right, so, I mean, I'll definitely come back for you, but I'm good on Nashville. I feel like whatever, I don't think we were in like TV Nashville. Like, I don't think we were in the Nashville that like I'd seen on like House Hunters and shit. Cause I'm like, yo, I'm ready. Like, it's mad shit to do. My roommate, hey, Mary. Actually, when was the last time I called you Mary? I called her Mobes for like 2 years. Her last name is Mobley.
Got it.
She was my roommate in college. And I believe she lived in, girl, you live in Nashville? I feel like she lived in Nashville for maybe like 2 years or something like that. So like, oh my God, I'm looking at this. And I'm like, oh, and this is what this is. And I got there and I'm like, so this is whack. I feel like I'm in Queens. Like,
I'm done.
but you know what I mean? And you know, like,
Okay,
if
talk about
you
your own
live in
borough, it's
Queens,
just how
like,
it
you
is.
just live in
You
Queens.
just know there's nothing
you're
to
not
do.
doing
That's
things
You're
in Queens,
leaving
especially
Queens.
not on this end, our end of
Yeah.
Queens. We deserve nice things, but we don't exactly have nice things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I like? The spot by the dance school, the cafe on the corner, by like if you're going to my house.
Oh, we have cafes.
Yes,
Oh my
bitch,
gosh,
that
I
shit
didn't
is
know we
nice.
have.
You know the church that does the parade up Rockaway Boulevard? Tiffany actually goes to Tiffany Simon. I don't know if you remember her, but hey girl. They Compass Cafe. I love Compass
I gotta check
Cafe.
that out.
You do. It's really cute. But
Proud of us.
yeah.
All right, Rockaway.
Shifting
Moving
past
up.
there.
Uh-huh.
But what the fuck was I just saying?
Nashville.
Right. So Nashville, I did not really
Really?
I wasn't feeling it. I just felt like the barbecue was aight. My daddy does better.
Dang.
But it was have fun, my girls. Hey.
Homework channel lied to me.
Unless, but what I'm saying, I'm certain that there are other areas to visit,
Just
and
where
I feel
you
like
were.
where we were just wasn't that
Got it.
what I was expecting. So
Try
this
it.
time, I'm definitely going to ask her, like, hey, girl, so let's try this again. But let's see. What other travel hacks do you guys suggest? There's the fly on the days. There's the what kind of things can we do to make our lives on the flight easier?
Don't be rude, guys.
Oh, facts. If you are nice to us, you will get
Word.
The
I
world.
just be smiling with my eyes, and I always speak to people. And then, like,
We love
because I
that.
do that, I always speak just because that's my nature, right? And also, like, my dad is the one that, like, can go to the buffet and leave with, like, 7 friends. Be like, Jim,
Oh,
Ted,
Dad. All right.
take
See you
care.
guys next time.
Take care.
Next week.
And usually I'm like my mother, like,
Yeah. That's usually
speak when spoken to. You know what I mean? I'm a pleasant person, but I'm not gonna go up and be
Exactly.
friends. My dad and my brother, though, they the ones who like, all right, brother, take care. All right,
No, that's Courtney.
your wife. It was
I
pleasure to
handle-
meet you. All right, okay,
Yeah.
guys, next time. And I'm like, bro, we're at this fucking country buffet. Like, why do you need friends?
Can we
But
just
anyway,
go?
so like I always speak good morning, you know, especially if they're nice. Like
Yeah.
if I walk on this bitch and you don't greet me, okay, so then we don't need to speak. But like when I get to that aisle though, because I know it's like that unwritten rule of, now sis, if I see this seat is open and you see that I see the seat is open, sometimes we be like
I'm guessing it's the Southwest Life
I don't even know who flight it was, but it's just like,
because we
oh
have
God.
we
like
have,
I kind of be like, so.
this your seat on the boarding pass, this your seat. But I know Southwest has open seating.
No. So I'll have a seat on my
Oh,
ticket,
okay.
but if it's not a full flight,
Yeah.
Got
and it's just
you.
like it's empty seat. I never put my seatbelt on, like until like
It's time.
and I always expand it all the way. So like when I get on, click, but I expand it, so it's basically not on. I've seen that they've gotten a little lax with the checking, because then I'll also have like shit on my lap. And I got my sweater, and it's just like you can't see if my shit is closed. I'm like, okay, sis, you ain't gonna bother me. I'm not gonna bother
a lot
you
of times
either.
You can see from
Yeah,
the
we can
corner
decide,
of that
yeah.
seat.
But I could always just kind of put it over. And you could be slick
Nah.
about it,
Oh,
but
no,
for what?
People do
Yeah.
that.
But for
I ain't
what?
got time,
I can
though.
tell.
If
You
you,
know
want
what
to
I'm
go
saying?
flip down
Because-
the aisles, I don't
Right,
mind.
because I feel like as long as you got the extra space, just expand it. If you're just gonna put it in your lap, just put it in your lap and click it, like, but open it. But anyway, so like I remember there was this one interaction when it was just like mostly in the eyes, and it was just like, and I think it was kind of like little bit of verbal, like I could do, and she was just like, I was just like,
Mhm.
and so it was just like. You know what I'm trying to do without me having to say what I'm trying to do. And if you don't pick up on what I'm saying I'm trying to do, is like I would like to lay across these 3 empty
to
seats,
expand
like this
myself.
whole ass row that's available right here. I don't want to sit next to these strangers. I'd rather sit alone. So it's just like one of those, who's froggy-er than the other passenger.
Yeah.
I'm alone. So now, you know what I mean? You want to sit with your shorty. I don't got nobody here. It's me and my shit. So as soon as I'm like, it's like the little kids, like, okay, we there? Okay, I want to go. So you're waiting for the flight to board. So it's like, it looks like we're all boarded, because you don't want to be that asshole to just go sit wherever the fuck you sit. You know what I mean? You take up somebody else's space. So as soon as I feel like it's boarded, if y'all ain't there, to be like,
Just
with
get
the
up
wink,
and go.
I go. And then, I mean, if you tell me to leave, I got a seat. It ain't like you going to tell me to get off the plane.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, I heard you. I'm gonna go back. But like, are there any unspoken rules that you guys kind of adhere to that you'd rather us know? Like this your moment Where we fucking up? Help us out.
Where you not fucking up.
Right.
Like you said, when you first come on the plane, you see me.
Yeah,
I'm
say
the one.
something.
Say something, especially if I go out of my way. Hi, welcome aboard. Good morning, something. When you and then look back down and just keep moving your way. Don't look up from your phone. I mean, like, I'm just not a person there.
Right.
You already done set the tone.
Mm-hmm.
You just from right there. Like, just be pleasant. That's it. Just come out of your phone for just 2 seconds to just repeat
Don't
my
trip on.
greeting.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Just watch where you're going.
It don't take that much.
Fake it.
But if you got to, I fake it all the time. You think I want to sit there at 5 o'clock in the morning and say, "Good morning, welcome aboard"? I don't.
She does not.
I do not.
Promise you, she don't.
I promise. So I just repeat it. I like it back. Once you get into the aisle, guys, there are 50 people minimum waiting behind you to get on. Come in, put your bag up. If you want to switch seats with your family, find your family. Later on, after when boarding's complete, go crazy.
Facts.
Go nuts. I mean, it could be musical chairs on this bitch. I don't mind. But get out of the aisle. Like, be respectful. There are other people. There are, on our biggest plane, 200 people. There are 199 other people on this plane with you. Be respectful. Come on, put your bag up. Put your bag up.
Right.
Okay?
You're not going to do it.
Put your bag up. Have a seat. That's it. Next person comes in. They in the aisle with you. Just stand up. Let them pass. Once we, like you said, that doesn't bother me. We do have even more space seats that you can upgrade to. Do not get your butt up. Find
And
your way
just
to
chill
those
in
seats.
one of-
You
bruh.
do not on no other airline get up and work the first class and just have a seat. You don't do that.
Especially if you don't speak to nobody. Especially if I wasn't a person when you got on. Bruh, bye.
Thank you. I mean, a lot of times I don't mind. You come to me and ask, like, you know, is it okay for me to sit there? Technically, no. But technically, I don't mind.
The best
It's
answers I've gotten have generally been. I remember one time I was like, "Oh, can I go to my?" She was like, "I ain't gonna stop you." I said,
Oh, okay.
all right, sis. Thank you. Appreciate that.
That's all I need. That's you come to me. I help you out. You nice. I will have you look it up that whole West Coast flight.
Mm-hmm.
Holy. I stopped asking for payment after a while. Honestly. You want to sit in an even more space seat. You come to me respectfully. You're pleasant. Stuff like that. I will wholly let you move. I'm not kidding.
Could you guys just remember my face?
Said like,
We're not
take a
gonna
picture,
forget you.
pass it on to your friends, like,
just in case, like, I'm on the flight and then Mint is open.
Oh,
Wow.
we don't work, man.
Yeah, facts. We can't even
That's
touch
where my
that.
customer service stops.
Yeah.
I can't bring myself to.
On those flights,
What's
like,
that
we're
mean?
peasants.
Yeah.
Wait, what's
Pretty
that?
much.
What's
We
that?
work the
What's
back. So this core, you know, man.
You don't know, Mint?
that? No, I don't got
Oh,
mint money.
snap.
I be flying listen, pre-check make me feel like I'm somebody.
That's you. Then you get to
But
the
then when
gate
I
and you're
get,
humbled.
I be like, you had it for a second, sis. You had it. Bring it back down. Bring it back down.
Okay.
Section D, Section C. I be like, I'm getting on that bitch though. I don't even pay to choose a seat. Like, if it's not longer than like 4 or 6 hours, I'm gonna just take my chances. If it's like 3 hours or so, fuck it. If I fuck up and end up in the middle, I'll live. But generally, I go to the gate. Good afternoon. How you feeling today? Waiting for an answer. You know what I mean? So I wait. Hi, what's going on today? Do you have a second? Can I just ask you a question? Everything's okay? How you doing? Great. So,
About that seat, sis.
happen to have any idea where this is? No? Are there any windows? No? You just make it fun. You know what I mean? People want to help nice
They
people.
do.
Exactly.
It's
So it's
true.
like, do you have any window seats available by any chance? And if I could flirt, bitch, I'm in. What? I'm like,
Oh my
Hi.
God.
no, you gotta get in where you fit in. If you
Facts.
see you got an angle,
true.
show the angle. You got a little shoulder going, hit the shoulder, and I'm with the shoulder. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
Quay.
And then, listen, if they got the seat, I get the seat.
It's true.
It's worked.
That's how you do it.
3 years I've been doing this, it's worked. And if they don't have it, they don't have it. Like, they can't make a seat for you. Can't hold them pockets Shawa's checking for. They can't pull
You
a
listening,
seat
guys? You
out
listening?
the pocket.
We can't pull a seat.
That's not how that works.
On my ass.
If there's something someone can do
I
for
can
you,
find
it's
something, though.
Right.
All right.
But like Mint is
Find this
like
middle seat,
business
too.
class. All right. In front of the bathroom too. The bloody one. The one that's out of service. Maybe, yeah, I got something for you. Right back here. Y'all. So
yes.
Mint's like business class.
Mint is our business class that we do West Coast, Caribbean, lie flat seat. Guys, the food, I'm not just
Oh,
saying
the
this,
flights?
the food.
I mean, the seats lie
is-
flat.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they
Lie
do.
flat, and that food is amazing.
Oh my god.
So they Saxon. Oh man, I almost always forget where they get the food from. So they do locally.
Ooh, cute.
So I can't remember the name of the restaurant. It's Saxon and something or something in Saxon. That's in the city, and it's tapas style. You get to choose from 3.
I don't never
3
choose
dishes.
food on the flight. They be want like
No, but
$45.
this- no,
I like,
No,
it's
it's free.
free.
It all comes with,
With
your ticket.
mint.
Of course.
Oh, man.
I mean,
With
after
mint.
spending the
You know?
extra $275.
Extra $500,
Nah, yeah, I need you to
$600.
bring that. Yeah.
But
I mean, I'm talking about,
much-
I don't even got the money to
All the
even
way.
bother doing the math.
much cheaper,
Shit.
you know, than other airlines. First, I'm telling you, our food is much better
Yo,
because we eat the mint
facts.
food when you work the mint flight.
yeah.
You know, that's
Ooh,
some-
we eating tonight?
yeah.
What we
when,
got?
when you ain't got no money and you on reserve, even when you on a line, you pick up a mint flight. That's free food. You know what I mean?
Just for the food.
There and back.
Now, how long do you stay in an area when you get someplace? Like if you fly to California,
Well, Cali is usually like
24
24
hours.
hours.
19 usually is the minimum.
Yeah.
Because it
that's far.
fucks up your body. Well, my body's already fucked up.
so when
from all
you
those
get
West Coast.
there, they're like, okay, yeah, you're good. You're gonna stay over.
Yeah.
That's it. So if
Yeah.
you were to find a flight that got you there like in the morning, you wouldn't leave till the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
I usually work the afternoon flights out of JFK. I get there usually around 9 or 11 or something like that, and I usually work the red eye going back to JFK the next day.
So do you stay in a hotel there?
Yeah.
Mhm. They
They-
put us up.
They
They put you up. Okay.
So if you so you said you get in at like 9 p.m. kind
9
of
p.m.
thing.
Cali time.
So
Okay.
So say I get there 9
Midnight
p.m.
here.
on the
On, like,
20th.
Monday. Okay, let's one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'll leave the next night. That
The
red eye,
21st.
which is usually like 11 o'clock flight.
So you'll leave 11 o'clock the next
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
So you arrive 9 p.m. on Monday, and then you leave Tuesday at 11 p.m.
yeah. So I
That's not bad. So you get all night Monday, then you got most of the day. So that's cute.
Yeah, people know what to do
Cute.
themselves.
She
She be doing her whole hair. She be beautifying herself, doing nails, hair, wash.
You
That's a lot of
talking?
hair.
This whole
You
style
do
will
more
happen
than
on a
me.
layover. This girl will not have this hairstyle when we leave. When we come back, we get on the plane to go back home. That
Hold on.
hairstyle's there. I don't know where
You
she
make
finds these
plans.
supply stores, but she finds
Make
them.
plans. Like, oh, I got time. Oh, I
I
got
got
time.
time. But you know, I don't want to mess up my drain with my hair, so I go to hotels and mess up their drains with my hair.
True.
You know what I mean?
Good
Sorry,
point.
guys, all those cleaners. I apologize.
Oh
That
my
is
God.
Yeah, she said it was mine.
That's
What other
that's mine.
like hacks can make travel life easier? Oh, wait, I had a fucking question. I forgot. God damn, it'll come to me. Continue.
You got one?
Another hack.
Besides being pleasant, not ringing your call button over and over and over again.
Bro, that's the greatest hack of all. Like,
Just be nice.
Don't be annoying. Like I will get you anything you want. Like I'm not kidding. Like
yo, you
ask
make
me
us
for
laugh on
something,
top of that. It's
come
a
on,
wrap.
it's a wrap.
It's a whole
When
wrap.
you get on there acting already like I'm your servant and I'm here for your personal pleasure,
Mm-mm.
it's over for
Oh,
that.
stuff like the overhead bins. I hate seeing people put like fucking fanny packs up there, or like a laptop case,
hate it too.
a backpack. Like, yo, it's whole ass pieces of luggage that have to go up here. Put that shit under your seat.
And they
at
will
least
have a whole
wait.
attitude.
A
At least
whole one.
wait until it gets a little more full, because you could find a corner to stick that shit in there.
Sure
Or
can.
don't all of a sudden get up out your seat and pull out your scarf or pull out a book. Like, nigga, take that shit out while you was sitting here the whole
All that
time,
time.
And
waiting
it's
to get
always
on the
when
flight.
We tell you we need everyone seated. So
Facts.
like,
Like, all of a
push back
sudden, you
from
want
the
to get
gate.
a piece of gum or something.
You want to get your
stupid.
headphones.
You know what I mean? It's just like, bruh, like, do all of that beforehand. We trying to get on the plane. We trying to get out of here on time. You know
And
what I
if
mean?
your fanny
Like,
pack was next to you in the first place,
You
you
would
wouldn't
have
to
it.
we could have avoided all of this. Damn.
We try. No one listens to our announcement.
No one.
No, we
You
don't.
should hear this type of stuff we say over the, and y'all don't hear us because y'all not paying no type of attention. I
I've-
just go wholly off tangent.
I prefer the ones
So,
that are on the screen, like the little.
we're getting that.
I like those. I
We're
like, when I
getting
first saw it, I
that.
was like, oh, this is cute.
Yeah,
See what they're doing.
I think I was on Eva. I'm never sure how to pronounce that. I don't know, they got announcements all over. Girl,
I hate when y'all interrupt my fucking
No, I'm
movie though
interrupting it. I'm
to make your little
interrupting it.
bullshit ass announcement. Like, I don't care what
That's
y'all
the
got
only
to
way y'all
say.
gonna hear
and that's
it.
why no one listens.
Exactly.
That's
I
why
was
y'all
just-
get up and go to the back. That's
Man.
why when I get there and I say, what would you like to drink? After telling you to read that seat back
Bro.
menu, here we go.
What do you
Guys,
have?
Read the seat back menu card. Okay? It lists everything we have. When I have a 35-minute flight, I have 30 minutes to get you drinks. 100 of y'all. What's my quick flights? That's like Boston, LaGuardia.
Yeah.
Why do you
need
even
to
give
be
flights?
ready.
I mean, why do you even give drinks? It's 30 minutes.
Because we're JetBlue.
Yeah, facts.
Right.
That explains
You
everything.
guys are the best.
We
I'll never
Try.
forget.
Suffer from
I was delayed in I want to say LaGuardia because there were mice and pigeons
Oh,
in the thing, the terminal. Yeah.
okay.
Quite
That's a
exciting.
thing. We delayed for that.
And I wasn't flying JetBlue. It was a really long late. I think I was with like whatever airline is in that same like terminal or whatever, because I distinctly remember JetBlue was on the mic telling jokes. People were laughing and smiling.
Southwest, girl.
They were
Right.
giving out snacks
giving
Oh
out
no, we
snacks.
give out
and
They-
stuff
snacks.
like
the
while we were
snacks.
We don't
delayed,
take much.
still at the gate though.
They had like
Yeah.
a
And
whole
they
buffet
like
of snacks.
right,
Yeah.
they was giving snacks and sodas. I'm like, and we sitting over here like feet on the luggage, like
What was that you just
the seats is uncomfortable. Ain't no fucking chargers, no place. The animals is here, and I was like, fucking flying JetBlue, and I'd at least be smiling, and I will never forget that. So I'm like, yo, if we all go to the same place, y'all tickets all cost the same because that matter to me. We done already said.
understand?
Free check's the only place where I'm flourishing, okay? But it's like I would always prefer to fly JetBlue because you don't tell me how many popcorners I could have.
Sure
you don't try to
don't.
pour my soda in the cup
I
and
sure
hand me the
don't.
cup. Give me the fucking can of soda, B.
By chance, do y'all have any popcorners in your car or anything?
Nah.
Empty-handed.
drive.
Wait till I get to the point where my
I'm
guests bring me
so
gifts.
sad.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get there.
Not a popcorn, not the blue chips, nothing.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, I used to
haven't
the
been work
Terra,
since,
the
like,
Terra
90s.
something. They
Yeah,
don't
we
give
have
those.
Terras.
You still do those?
Yeah.
That's our main
After I was
shit.
introduced to popcorners,
That was
Oh
a
my
wrap.
God. That, you didn't see the blue chips. That's
nope.
why.
I said popcorners. Give me that red bag.
you
Thank
went
you,
straight
sis.
for it. You ain't see them.
Absolutely. And I feel like JetBlue was the first airline where I saw people with like piercings, tattoos, like more like I would fuck with you in real life. Like I would talk to you and like you could be my friend.
Stop.
Yes, only you.
Hold on, do you wear the tongue ring?
It depends
she
on
does.
who's listening to this podcast right now.
Right.
Anyone from JetBlue management is listening. Nope. I take
Absolutely
everything
does
out.
not.
I covered up. Sweater all the time.
I wish you would tell me if I'm in the bathroom doing something. And
Right.
You got that tongue.
The one with the tongue ring.
Yeah, her.
Yo, and I've been waiting for that email. That's why I don't work Florida either. I've been waiting. Nah, I do. I'm not even
Snitches.
gonna lie.
All in
Or,
Florida.
all in Florida, man. They will. Man,
Sorry,
Not
no matter of
gonna
fact,
lie,
I'm not
Florida,
sorry. Fuck
Florida.
y'all. If y'all
We had
fucking
a
with them,
pilot
fuck y'all.
that used to do Orlando flights, and she used to have the kids come up. There's a lot of Make-A-Wish. You
Oh,
know, they're
sweet,
going
right.
down there. She used to have them come up and do the pre-board announcement. Like, you know,
Oh,
we'll
that's
be
so
flying
cute.
to, the temperature will be, this will be the altitude.
Aw.
PBI had a customer writing a complaint saying that was unprofessional.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
West Palm Beach. Yep. I'll never forget it. She was like, I don't do it anymore. She's like,
You're
I only,
miserable,
I only
bro.
do it on Orlando flights. She used to do it all of Florida.
Because they be going to like to Disney World and stuff like that.
Yes.
They pay for them to go
That
there.
sucks.
Yep.
But why would you be
some
miserable on the
bullshit.
flight?
Why are you
Like,
that
what?
miserable? Why?
It's a baby.
Thank
you wasn't
you.
listening to the announcement anyway, babe.
Like, what does it matter?
Right.
I mean, the mask come from the top. Your cushion is either the flotation of ice or the shit is underneath. Whatever. It's
I mean, no. Holy complain.
That's
God
crazy.
damn.
That
Buckle your seatbelt. These are the exits. The light's gonna light up. If you need to, leave everything behind.
and you
Pretty
don't.
much it, right?
You guys still grab your bags in the plane.
Oh, you've had to evacuate a plane? Like you've had to do
thank
one of
God
those?
I have.
No,
I've had yellow. So it's either code red, code yellow. Code red is.
You've had cold yellow?
I've had code yellow. I've had code yellow twice, 3
Girl,
times. One.
what the
No,
hell?
more than that. 2 was smoking in the bathroom, so it changed.
Oh, okay.
One was the landing gear was not
Excuse
coming
me?
down. It
So
wasn't.
code yellow. What should I be more worried about? I'm gonna be
Code
worried
red,
about
red.
both. Good.
Red, but you code red. So
Do you-
if
do we hear that?
If we get calls, you see that red light go off.
Yeah, that's us talking to the pilot.
That's us talking to the pilots. If you see
What
that-
red light? Which light?
You don't see those call lights on the ceiling.
Probably
like
not.
if you
You're
hear
probably
like
not.
what's the sound?
Yeah, it's like a
like
ding dong kind of.
yeah,
Ding
and you
dong.
see lights on the top. If it's red, we're talking to the
We're talking
pilot.
to the pilots. We're talking to the pilots a little long, and we huddle, and them lights go on bright. Yeah, that's when you should start
I'm
clenching your
starting to
cheeks.
looking for the
little bit.
lights now.
Right.
Well, damn.
If it's green, we're talking to each
We
other.
talking to each other, just bullshitting.
Yeah.
Oh, on the little phone, like the little
Yeah.
wall phone.
Yeah.
Jones and
Talking shit about y'all.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
cool. Expected. Fair,
You know what
fair.
I mean? Warning you about the passenger in 29B. Nah, but yeah. So you're more worried about code red. Code yellow is it could turn into something.
Mhm.
So I've had a code yellow where the
What would
wheels
that be?
weren't coming down.
Okay.
Um,
And how do you guys know that? That's something where the
They
pilot
call,
will call
yeah,
you
they will
guys and
call
let you know.
and say, guys,
Heads
you know,
up, just be prepared,
heads
strap
up,
in.
wheels ain't coming down. So
So does that mean that y'all would have to like land in water or something like that?
depending on where you are,
Mm-hmm.
that's all information they will let you know once.
Have you ever had to land in water?
No,
Mm.
no, that's yeah.
Facts, thank you.
on everything. No, I haven't. I've known people that had to land back. I have not. Thank God. Like I said, all my code yellows turned into okay, all clear.
Mm-hmm.
But nope, not yet.
No.
Not ever,
What
please.
kind of mess? Not again.
Yeah. Like, aw, I'm so sorry.
Like, what?
Not yet, but yeah.
You said it again.
I had a fume event too. So yeah.
a fumes event.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I haven't.
So
Why
that's
everything
people
happen to you?
smoking
And I
in
be
the,
trying to fly with her.
maybe not.
I had all the fun.
Maybe
Girl.
not.
All the fun.
They smoke in the, like, where did you think the smoke was going to go?
Smoke alarms, guys. There's smoke alarms in the
In the
bathroom.
bathroom.
Okay. So you no.
Vaping, all
It
of that.
don't
Well,
work.
vaping, isn't vaping like steam or something that's not smoke?
Nah.
Isn't it different?
We don't call.
Don't
all
try
that
it on the
stuff.
plane.
That's the
Don't
new
try it on the
thing
plane.
now.
Try it at your house.
Please.
I mean, if you're
Please,
going to
Jesus
test
Christ.
it.
Like we're in a guys, we are in a metal tube.
I'm saying.
Like,
Right.
why
Air
do
is
you think it's circulating?
Like, hello.
Why do y'all think it's okay to come on here and gotta smoke? And don't do that.
Why do
please.
people stand up right when the plane lands? Do they? Anyone told you?
Do you know cute
I
guys
understand
become
people-
ugly when they do that?
Ooh,
Wait,
yep.
what? Wait, what?
Cute guys become ugly
Oh,
when
facts.
they do that. I was crushing so hard on this guy on this West Coast flight. He was in the last row. We landed, pulled in the gate, seatbelt sign went off. He stood up. I was like, oh.
Oh, it's
We're not gonna work.
Well,
I can understand like if it's you got like legs, you
that's what
want
I'm
to
saying. You wanna
stretch or something.
Okay, and then you sit back down. When you hurry, you're reaching over people, trying to grab the bin to grab your luggage, hitting people in the head with your luggage, and you're in the last row.
bro. Where you
Where
going?
you going?
Nowhere.
Oh, okay.
That's what I don't understand.
Okay.
How do I know if there's a no? Because I really do appreciate those planes that have the exit at the
Rear
front and the
deplaning?
yeah. Even when you're getting on, it's just like, all right, you go this way, you come this way. And it's like, oh, so we moving. Appreciate it. I like those.
Not
Those are
many
good.
of those
Yeah.
domestic wise.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I guess if you were
Sometimes.
going
Yeah.
like to Cali, like a far
Yeah,
one where it
like
makes
Long
sense
Beach
to have
has
longer.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when we get back to JFK, I guess it depends on
We're
the train
testing
time.
it.
Yeah.
It depends on the time. It depends on how many people they have. It depends on what lane we go into.
Mhm.
They'll actually do rear deplaning
Yeah.
Mhm.
there too. But yeah, not much domestic. I enjoy it, but not when we are boarding. It's a mess
Yeah. So
because people that's supposed to be in the back
I'm like, how,
comes into the front, and then everybody's trying to
your
cross
ticket
each
is
other.
25A, but you
You came
came.
in through the front. You're 1A, and you came in through the.
Got it.
Okay, good luck.
Logic.
One more thing. So, this is what I do, right? They call like how do y'all? What's the section?
the
like
boarding?
Zone 1,
Yeah.
We got ABC.
ABC, right? I be going in right after. If I'm on C, I'm going with A.
I hate people do that.
Me too.
I hate people. They be making a line to get on the fucking
my
plane.
God.
Like,
And
bro,
you don't know whose turn is to
we
go.
all
Are you
getting
boarding or
we're all getting on. Why we all standing here? Sit down.
Nah.
You know how the alphabet go?
No.
Like, is it
No,
1,
but-
2, 3, 4, 5?
But when you
A, B, C, D,
when
E?
you have it on your phone, they don't look. They just like bleep, and you just walk ahead. That's a hack. Don't sit there and
It's
be
not a
waiting
hack.
till. You,
That's not a hack.
no,
I've
so-
seen them
I've seen
throw you back in the.
no, yeah, they usually throw
I've
you
seen
back when you have the paper. 'Cause they're
Return
looking
to
at your
sender.
paper.
Sit down.
When you have the paper, when it's on your phone, go right on ahead. They don't
Busy
know.
flights. I've seen people get away
Yeah.
with that because they have a certain time that they need to
Get
have
everyone
you
on.
I'll be
boarded.
out.
Um, I've seen that go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't do it with mint or something like that, but like
Of course,
extra,
you wouldn't do that with me.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that with the mint.
First
But
of
the
all,
next
you
one-
are the
If
first
you
person
have
to
mint,
get on the
that's
flight,
what
so
I'm
it don't
like.
even
Like you
matter.
already on there.
No, not with mint, but like
They
when
carry you
on
on
mint
their
flight.
fucking back onto the plane. Apparently, the way y'all niggas talk about mint shit.
when
Girl.
they call mint, I don't fuck
got
with that.
you.
You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
anything
Oh
after
yeah,
mint
yeah.
or
That's what you're
something like
saying.
that,
Priority
Okay.
boarding.
extra,
Yeah.
extra leg room, whatever that shit, I'm going. I don't care if I don't got extra leg room. I'm going. Fuck yeah.
Must be the people that get on the plane and
Right.
want to act like
No, but then they stay in the aisle.
The-
and then-
It be, all right, just want to stretch out a little bit before I sit down. I'm like, you could have stayed at the gate and do that. Like, I mean,
Yeah. I just don't want to be the one they be like, oh, this is a full flight. You know, if your bag, nope, you're not
Oh,
checking nothing.
yeah,
You're not taking nothing
yeah.
because I'm most likely doing a skip lag on y'all niggas
Yeah.
anyway.
Where do you fly to?
Everywhere.
Uh-oh.
Don't
I've
go
been
West
every
Coast.
man.
I went
Oh,
with,
facts.
I just went West Coast 2 weeks ago.
It's not on my plane.
Uh,
That's what he
Why?
asked for buddy passes and he already out here doing everything wrong.
Right.
Nah. Listen,
All of a sudden, he gonna live right. He gonna live right.
Listen,
I
listen,
promise I
listen,
ain't gonna do it to you, girl. I ain't gonna do it to you. Trust me,
I only
trust me.
did that 2 times in my life. It's the scariest shit ever. I did it recently, but that's with Delta, not with you guys. I have a JetBlue credit card and everything. I'm with y'all. Like I got miles and stuff like that. I caught the $31 sale for
Yo, everybody was just
Wow.
talking
Halloween,
about that.
for
right?
Halloween, and I went right on to LA.
I couldn't leave at the time because you
Right.
had to like leave that same day, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
31st.
couldn't go.
Let's
I
get
was
up.
out.
Let's go.
That's
I
wild.
was out. Even if I wasn't going, I paid $31 for that ticket.
I
Fuck
heard
it.
Just
there
to
was
have the
some
ticket, like, I
interesting
did it.
people on those places.
Facts.
Right.
They was talking about it in our group chat.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah.
there's a-
Oh, yeah.
oh, right. There's a group chat.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well.
Do you know this girl named Tiffany?
Tiffany, what?
Right.
Oh,
Like,
I
come
like
on. Like, you know Sean.
I probably walked about 4 Tiffany's now.
She's
Don't
light-
blow
she's-
Tiffany
she's
up,
light-
like-
no, she's nothing. She ain't do nothing wrong.
I
I
mean,
be
what if
feeling so
she in the
bad
group
when-
chat talking shit about
Right?
people?
Well, I
She
need to
ain't
see
in
if
our
she-
group chat. This was classroom only.
Facts.
If we graduated together, we had a group chat.
Mm.
I just seen that she had. I forgot her last name, but she had like wrote me something on Facebook like 8 years ago, right?
What?
No, 9 years ago,
Mhm.
right? And it just popped up. No, but I seen her recently on the flight. But she's
Okay.
what's her name? I just want to
gotcha.
know if you know her. She's on JetBlue, and I was actually going to go on a flight with her, but we was super delayed that night, and I didn't.
I guess that she timed out and another crew came on.
No, I
No?
timed the fuck out. Because when they made us get off the plane, I said, yo, listen, what's the next flight? And it was everybody's online, and he was trying to say, oh, it's only 1 seat less. So while I'm talking to him, and he's trying to have an argument with this guy, whoever the
How much
board-
we offering? Take it. I
No,
don't
no,
need
they
it,
wasn't
no?
doing that. He was just arguing with him. So I'm on, JetBlue has an app
Yeah.
where you could talk to them. So I'm booking it right now while
Mhm.
he was like, oh, you might not make it, just stay. And wound up, they stayed another 3 hours in the airport. I went home and took the 8 o'clock in the morning flight.
Wow.
Crazy.
Oh, that makes sense.
Mhm.
Right.
Because we right here. It's not like you got to go all the
All
way
the
to the
way.
Bronx.
Mhm.
or
Yeah,
no
I went
wild
right-
shit. Be like, all right,
Went
5
home,
minutes,
went
I'll
to
be
sleep,
home.
and come
Say
back.
no more.
I love JetBlue.
So does the app notify you better? Because I remember I was flying. Now, mind you, this was international or whatever. But I was leaving Peru, and my flight to Mexico ended up getting wild delayed, like 9-hour, 12-hour delay or some shit like that.
Sounds
And it
about
was
right.
like, but you got so my host actually cooked for me. I could have been like, and when I tell you, it smells so good. For like the 4 days I was there, 3 days, I was like, here I am buying like Chinese food in Peru. It was just like, yo, I could have really gone for a home cooked meal, and the shit was, it just smelled so good. She was like, "Oh, you're leaving? Oh, I was cooking for
Let's
you."
wrap up.
And then I get to
Wrap this up.
the fucking airport, and I waited online for like an hour to get to the desk, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, girl. So we got like a 9-hour delay." It's not your fault. So we know this isn't going to be directed at you, but fuck this.
But
I was pissed. But then they ended up comping, like, I could either do a hotel or they gave me the lounge. So I'm like, well, if I do the hotel, that means I still got to do the whole leave the airport, come back, taxi kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
not bothering. Let me get the lounge.
Mm-hmm.
And it was all right.
yeah, lounges aren't.
But does the app usually give you more up-to-date information? Like, are the gate changes populated? Because I've gone and sat at a gate for a minute and be like, oh, are we boarding?
Why is there no one here? Let's
All right,
put it
so
this way.
I'm looking at the screen, and
You guys
before I
get
fell asleep, it said one thing.
you
'Cause I be
guys
getting
get
there
updated
early.
before we do.
Oh, okay.
I've been working flight
Yeah.
legit where the passengers come to us like, so I see that we're 3 hours delayed.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh,
I was ready to go.
okay.
Thanks.
Well, thank you for telling me. Let me check mine. No updates.
Interesting.
5 minutes later, jet crew will let us know.
Mhm.
So
She
your
was right.
flight's delayed. Thanks.
Like I knew that already.
Yeah,
Right.
thanks. So yeah, definitely the app, they have improved it a lot.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, since it first came out. So yeah, I usually go on the app.
Got you.
Like when I see a passenger be like, oh, so such and such is delayed. Okay, cool. I'll go on the app before I go on ours.
On your thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
we're usually the last to know, even though we should be the first. But
Yeah. Even when we're like sitting there, customers boarded, all that, like they come and ask us questions, and we honestly do not know.
honestly, like we're not even bullshitting you just to get you out of our face.
Mm-mm,
We
we don't
really don't know.
That's, ugh. I mm.
Yeah,
Y'all, that's got to be an uncomfortable spot to kind of be in.
it is.
But
Because it makes you look like really incompetent. Now I got to be like, oh, let me call the captain. See it, and the captain. And sometimes the captain be like, we delayed.
like, I was firing the bitch up.
We were about to push back, but okay.
So so let's wrap this up. So what closing remarks do you want to leave the people with? Besides, before we wrap that, so homegirl Jess over here crochets the cutest little things. Because now I'm like, okay, is anything you want to plug? All right, so I'm going to write it down, whatever. And so I'm just writing down the time. I'm like,
See if she can-
oh, bitch, this is cute, though. Oh, who got babies?
Oh,
Let me buy something for the babies. This is
something.
cute. The artsy
_.
Elfelina.
Elfelina, yeah.
What if she can crochet a buddy pass?
That works.
Come on now.
Come up to the gate like, I got a crochet buddy pass.
Yeah.
Artsy.
That shit is mad cute.
But
All
Elfelina.
right, go ahead. You know what? Good.
I'm just gonna
So
give you a minute.
definitely check out your Instagram. It's gonna be in the description. This shit's mad cute though. Mad cute,
Thank you.
for the record. But what is something that you guys would want to close out with?
I'm going to close out on air traffic control. Guys, your delays, 90% of the time, I know you're frustrated. So are we. I just say, just be pleasant. Try to get through it. We're trying to get through it with you. As much as you're delayed, we are delayed right there with you. Probably longer because you get to your destination, we probably still got to keep going.
Yep.
I know it's frustrating. I know you meet some nasty flight attendants. Don't get me wrong. But just the vibe you give off is the energy you give off is the energy you're going to get back. Air traffic control is a bitch. We are their bitches. Okay? So 9 times out of 10, when you're delayed, it's because they told us we cannot go. If we have to return the gate, guys, we have to wait for air traffic control to give us a new time. So don't mess up. Don't delay the flight. Because if we got to be delayed, we got to get a new time. So just come on. Be pleasant. Put your own shit up. 1 bag in the overhead. 1 below, please. That's all I ask. And you will have a very pleasant flight. That's all I gotta say.
Honestly, and it's not even this on the same point. It's not even like it could be bright and sunny here, but you got to think
Right.
about where you're going. It could be a blizzard or a thunderstorm wherever you're going, and air traffic control will be like, "Yeah, you're gonna sit there until that shit is over."
You're
And
gonna
if
wait.
it doesn't,
Or
end,
even places you're passing through, right?
Yeah,
or if wherever the
absolutely.
plane is coming from. Like if you're going to end up being on a plane that's coming from someplace wild. Like
Absolutely.
a lot of circumstances outside of your control, but then like from other areas.
Lightning is a thing, guys.
Bro.
You cannot have people out on the
Tarmac.
ground, the tarmac during lightning. So if you see lightning, it's nothing but some lightning. They cannot be out.
First
That
of
means
all,
that
that-
plane ain't taking off.
that sentence leaves your mouth.
It does. I've been on a plane that got struck by lightning. So
Wow.
that's the thing.
Really?
Yeah, nothing happened. Thank
Somebody
God.
told
He
me
called,
about that, too.
he called us. He called us and he was like, yeah, that's
You
what
done been
just
through
heard?
all
We
the
got
things.
struck. So yeah, guys, that's also a thing. Just be like, think about everybody else. That we have grounds crew out there with a lot of mechanical, electric equipment out there.
Right,
so
right. There are other people in
There are other people
not just about
involved in this. Not just about you. Waiting for an hour for your bag because that lightning storm. That's why.
Because you don't want them to die. Shit.
I'd like not.
So where can people find you?
I mean,
The artsy
Suck
Alphalina.
at social media.
yeah, she does. You can find her through me.
The artsy Alphalina.
The artsy Alphalina.
Oh, the artsy underscore
Alphalina.
Like elf, like ELF.
Yes.
ALINA. And
Yes.
it's
I still
the
don't understand it
ARTSY.
my regular Instagram is just plain at Alphalina. So you can find other.
You're not even
pages
that
from
short, though.
I'm done. I'm like
She
a very
wears elf ears.
Yeah, I'm a very like fantasy
are you-
person.
are you
Yes.
on one of those?
Cosplay?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The plot
alright.
thickens.
So
She's a whole
wait,
character.
hold on, before
Alright.
you wrap this up.
Right.
So, the guy that you was with, did you dress up and all that stuff, like to do the
How did I know
with
this?
the ears and all that?
I don't know.
This could be. Come on now.
He didn't. He didn't.
But
I
did you do it?
Yeah.
While y'all was like being romantic.
No.
Oh, why not? That would have been lit.
Like he was there. I would have enjoyed that.
I'm done.
I'm sure that's a category in porn.
Oh, okay.
I'm certain that's like
I think
cosplay.
it might be.
I'm curious. Now I'm gonna like look up like
What's your Instagram?
cosplay.
What's your Instagram?
At Alphalina.
Spell that.
ELFALINA.
Slow down.
Elf
Uh
A
huh.
Lena LINA.
Because there's an E in there you can do too. You know.
Yeah, you're
Don't
right.
worry.
You're right. You're right.
If you want to flight with her,
Miss
this
Red,
holiday
Miss
season
Red.
is coming, right? She'll be wearing her ears.
Just in, he
Alright.
waiting for the ears.
Yeah, I went for the ears. I want to see the
Ears
ears.
are the thing, right?
Let me go.
Gonna
Look.
be
You
red.
got the ears. in
Christmas
this?
is coming soon.
Know what I mean?
I'm done.
Christmas is coming.
All right.
All right, guys. So thanks for listening. Check us out on the Instagrams. Thanks for listening again. That's it. So, IGTV. Stay tuned for some really dope giveaways. You know, the holidays is coming and it might be generous. Yes, no, maybe. And all right, that's it. It's been a really fun episode. Thanks for coming on, guys. I had
Yeah,
so much
man.
fun.
I did too. Thank you.
All right. So, video as well. Bye, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Cameras everywhere. Boom.
There you go.
That was dope.
That was so much fun.
Yeah.